Y'all never believe what I'm doing right now.
Yes,
I'm leaving work. They're meeting me halfway to get a breeding done. So I was like, hey, I'm about to do a breeding on the side of the highway.
Oh, you getting it? That's what's up.
Yeah, that's wherever you can.
That's bulldogging.
You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
I was like, fuck it. Put the dogs in the kennel. Meet me on the highway. Meet me halfway. I'll get it done.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, Schoolboy, what can you tell us about Howard Heinzel and Richard Stratton and their contribution to the game?
Well, Stratton, of course, you know, he's a historian mostly. You know, he loved the breed. He bred some good dogs. He knew Bob Wallace, and he got around a lot. That's why you see this picture with Stratton. He visited, spoke with, you know, went different places, saw a bunch of different dog men, so he was familiar with them. He's also an A.D.B.A. judge, and in the early years, most of the A.D.B.A. judges were dog men. So, in fact, one of the best dogs I've seen came from him, a dog named Hank, who was started by Wilkerson and Powell's Little Boot. Just an all-around complete dog, a finisher. He was obedience trained and house trained and all that. Real, just a, you know, what you would consider what a bulldog is, or all-around dog. And just a nice put-up animal, thick, you know, solid head like that, like a lot of the Hank dogs were. But he, you know, his books and all that, contribution, show judge, like that. Heinzel, of course, him and Richardson and a third party. It was actually a black guy who bred Dibo, who made that breeding. The dogs belonged to Heinzel and Richardson. But the third party is the one who actually made the breeding. And he contributed years and years of his dogs, which are basically made up of Tudor, Colby, Leitner, Hemphill, what else? And one other, Corcoran or something like that. Basically five breeders' dogs made up the Heinzel bloodline. And that's true with almost every bloodline. They get dogs from here and there, different people they respect or dogs they seen they want to breed to, put them all together, and then they start line breeding them, and some inbreeding, and create their own family of dogs. And then if he did outcross, it was generally to the Colby stuff. Him and Colby were friends for a year, just like him and Tudor were buddies years and years. White Rock, not only Dibo, but Lil, his sister, and Arizona Pete, who stayed in Arizona. Heinzel had him first, and then what's his name? Brown. Al Brown had Arizona Pete for most of his life. And he's the one who bred White Rock and Ernie, several other Dibo bred dogs. I think that's where he really took off, was the Dibo bred dogs mostly. And of course, like I said, Stratton got around a lot. It's a historical picture. He's knowledgeable, intelligent. He's got 2 or 3 PhDs. Stratton does. And he's actually written, you know, we know all the pit bull books that he's written, but he's written other books on different breeds of dogs, on birds. He's probably authored 27 to 30 books altogether. Most people don't know that.
Wow.
He's still kicking too. He's still alive. And still got all his faculties.
Yeah. So I definitely felt like I needed to reach out, you know, putting together community, at least to get, it's like advice from Richard, and just some ideas on what they was thinking when they was doing that stuff. Like, it's the thing to pay homage, people that came before you. So I like to do that, but it's
while they're still alive,
Yeah, well, it's definitely a treat to chop it up with you, because as much as I know, or little as I know, or whatever, what I'm saying, it can't be born when you wasn't born. You know what I'm saying? Just some of the experiences and the temperature, like you talking about, he got degrees and stuff. Like, I ever known that? You don't know, because you don't have to have degrees to be a dog man, but that's an interesting facet to his game and his psyche.
Yeah, and it's with most pit bull guys, dog men, breeders, compare whatever, most of them are not highly educated, but some of them were. Harry Clark was the one that was highly educated. I have an audio tape and it's two sides, so I forget who's on which side and who's on the other side, but it's Harry Clark, Gaboon Trahan, Earl Tudor, Joe Corvino, Pete Sparks, and maybe another guy, but you can tell when you hear Harry Clark speak that he's educated, the way he talks. And there's some of them were business owners, some of them were millionaires. Leo Kennard was a millionaire. That's why he could afford to take care of 600 dogs. And maybe 300 or 400 of them were pit bulls, and the other ones were just whatever dog, different breeds, mutts.
He had 600 dogs?
600 dogs.
Wow.
He probably owned thousands of acres. I don't even know what he did for a living, but I know he was rich. And I know that he would bring home any dog, a stray dog, this and that. He never called a dog either, according to what I've been told. Every dog that he had, if it was able to, lived out its entire life on his yard. He just loved dogs. So he had a ton of them. And like I said, not just pit bulls. But it gives I tell people I write books. I'm not a writer, but Richard Stratton is a writer. He's formally educated. He knows how to break it down. He knows there's a certain way to write things, and I just write how I speak, basically. Right. But he knows how to format it. He's a historian also. He knows a lot about the breed. But there's other people that are educated, and but he's one of the most, I would say, with at least 2 PhDs. I mean, even my daughter has a master's degree, and she's working on her second master's. But the PhD comes after the master's degree. That's the highest form of education, pretty much, unless there's something else I don't know about. Well educated.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, we got Mike Dan in the building, Bay Lake, Borderland. Hey, it's a good day. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Mike. Yeah, Mike.
How you doing? Schoolboy, how you doing, bro?
Good. Still breathing.
Yeah, y'all had a good show tonight. I was just over there.
All right. Thanks for your support.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was on there too, Schoolboy.
Yeah.
No, I had to cut out at the end, so I don't know how long they stayed after I cut out.
Yeah, make sure everybody get over there and support them brothers,
Yeah.
For sure.
The history of the breed is interesting. It's filled with. I'm glad you brought that up, because we don't really speak about certain aspects of the breed or the people involved in it.
The old rugged cross was the Kobe old family cross.
No, it was Kobe Daibo. Kobe Henry. Yeah.
Okay.
Or Kobe Tudor, basically. Kobe Tudor.
Okay.
Which would include the Henry dogs, and then later on the Daibo dogs. Yeah, that's what they called it. I think Heinzel coined that phrase. Heinzel or Tudor did coin that phrase.
I remember hearing about that. I was trying to figure out with two of those old lines, because it seems like that's like, because you see how the Red Boy Jocko is real popular today. It seems like, you know, that cross, especially when you were talking about Kobe, was a real popular, you know, cross that everybody was probably doing, you know.
Yeah, it's repeated over and over throughout the history of the breed, just like the, you know, I speak on the origin of the pit bull, which is English and Irish dog.
Right.
So that's repeated over and over. And so is the old rugged cross repeated over and over. It's just the name change, the people change and the name change. But it's basically the same thing. If you want to say the Red Boy Jocko cross, it's a Kobe Divo cross, basically.
Right.
And within that, just like Tudor did and Heinzel did and other people did, there's old family red nose in there too, even if it's just a little bit. Right. That's why Heinzel incorporated the Hemphill stuff, all that old family stuff.
Yeah,
and it's basically guys just getting, you know, looking and seeing and meeting these people, becoming friends and whatever, and seeing the dogs, and they just choosing what they consider the best dogs. It wasn't really chasing bloodlines. It was more the man or whoever behind the dog.
That's right.
What dogs they had, and then which ones they liked, and then they breed to them. For instance, Divo was in North Carolina. If you look him up, a lot of times it says 3-time winner. I don't know if he was a 3-time winner, but I do know at least one of his matches was reported. And it was, I think Bob O'Neill is the one who conditioned and handled him in North Carolina. So that's where his match was taking place. So my guess would be while he was there, somebody probably bred to him. Whether they were pups for sale or whether it was widely known or whatever, I don't know, but it would make sense that they, you know, those guys were friends. So they had Divo and he called up Tudor, or Tudor was there. He might have said, hey, you know, I'd like to breed the dog. Sure, go ahead. You know, you condition them, handle them if you want, breed to them. That happened a lot. It even happened during my time. If you went down to Mexico and you had to leave your dog there before bringing them back to the United States, and your friend is there, he's going to ask, or you're going to offer to breed the dog if they like the dog. Or if it's a female, they like your stuff, whatever, hey, you know, can I breed them? I'll give you some pups out of it. Breed her, you know, go up the litter here and give you some pups. A lot of times, yeah, go ahead. And that's how they make connections. And a lot of these dogs are whelped that way, you know, using that process.
Right. Okay, so I was talking to one of my partners the other day, and we was getting on these blue dogs, and you know, we was getting on these dogs, and you know, the staffs and the, you know, those colors come in through some of those dogs and stuff. He alluded, because he goes back to some dog fighting lineage way back, you know what I'm saying, his grandparents and parents, and you know what I'm saying, way back, you know what I'm saying, and so he probably knows some stuff, that some untold secrets and stuff, basically, or have heard different things, you know. And it's to my understanding that, I don't know what year, but some of these dog men were actually adding some of those staffs and the, you know, sons to the blood, and that's what was bringing some of those dogs out. So a lot of time, like, because I see, like, most of us, we're gonna be like, no, you're crazy, like, this isn't happening. And even me, before I kind of heard this, you know, it was like, wait a minute. And then like he's very knowledgeable in the game. He kind of alluded to you know, let's say if you did take a what are they? English staffs or what are they? What are those?
The staffs.
The staffy bulls. Like what
Yeah,
are?
yeah. The American Staffordshire Terrier is
Okay.
basically mostly. It's got some other stuff in it probably, but it's mostly the Henry dogs or Swineford dogs or
Okay.
the what's that other one? Shit, I forgot. But it's that stuff. That's why the staff look that way. That's what Blackjack Junior and Blackjack. That's the way they look. More of that staff like looking pit bull.
So then
So they have a
crossed it
lit.
with some other type of bulldog or something.
No, they actually took those bloodlines, and that's what made the American Staffordshire Terrier, and probably some Colby in there. Right. So back in the day, they were the same dog. They just had a different name. The AKC would not use the word pit in declaring a breed, right? A purebred dog. So, and a lot of the pit bull, the English dogs, came from Staffordshire County in England. So they adopted that name as Staffordshire Terrier, meaning if they're English dogs, they're called Staffordshire Terrier. If they're English dogs bred here in the United States, they're called American Staffordshire Terrier. So they have two breeds, and the only difference really is the size. The staffs are kind of smaller, and the American Staffordshire Terriers are bigger. But also they're different from the bully staffs or the bull staff or whatever, them little tiny ones, right? It's not those. So if you go farther back, the farther back you go, the closer you get to dogs of those type of dogs still being competed with, right? And in later years, and the UKC is the one who, like in 1935, they stopped dog fighting, made it a law. You can't do this and that. So they got away from the pit side of it. But that doesn't mean that everybody that had staffs still didn't match their dogs back then. They just went a different direction. And that's what we talk about in today's time, where they're watered down and they're not the same dogs, which is true. But even so, they still have some of those traits. And most people will tell you if a staff gets worked up enough, it'll fight. It may not be game, but it'll fight. And there's still going to be some that are game because it's in their lineage to be that way. So what these guys did later on, like Carver and like Hunter, Earl Hunter, and maybe even Jake Taylor, some of these people, what they would do is they would cross, I don't know if this is true or not, but it was said that this lady who owned staffs lived across the street and down the road from Carver. So every once in a while, he would breed his pit bulls to those staffs. And from my experience, what I've seen, the reason for doing that, maybe a little bone structure, this and that, but it's basically to put mouth in your dogs. If you're familiar with any pit bull staff cross, most of them have hard mouths. So that's why they would do that. It's like an outcross, but it's kind of within the same breed. Not an outcross, but a mixed breeding, meaning two different breeds of dogs, but it's within the same parameters of having the same lineage in the past. And just like some people, I don't know if it's true or not again, but some people would say that Walter Komasinski, he had bull terriers. So he had a lot of Colby dog, a lot of Colby blood, and he goes way back too. So some of his stuff is back there when even Leitner was matching dogs in his early days. They say that he crossed the bull terrier with the pit bull. That's why Komasinski dog, you'll see a lot of them have that slope, kind of like the old sport dog and kind of like a bull terrier. So it's a way to incorporate certain traits from something that shares a lineage, even if it's way in the back, with the American Pit Bull Terrier. And that's been done a lot. Even Buffalo Soldier, I've had him on my channel a few times. Some of his best dogs were staffs. Now he didn't continue with it because there wasn't the consistency with him. But he had some famous dogs that were mostly staffed, like Grand Champion Farah. He was an 8-time winner, 1-time loser. He's the only one, to my recollection, that beat Rebel Kennels twice in a row. And he had Stacy, and he had Champion Stacy and Champion, I forget the other one's name, but he actually had staffs that he competed with. And then when they kind of petered out, he added more pit bull to it. And that's what most of the guys did. Let's say you throw something else in there. There's rumors that they throw hound dog and they throw this and that, whatever. Staff and bull terrier and all this stuff. The ones that know what they're doing will take that, the best ones from that mix or whatever it is, and they go back to the pit bull. And all they're looking to do is when they make that mix, they're looking for certain traits, like with a staff. Want more mouth? Breed to a staff. So if they get it, they're going to take the offspring from that mix and go back to the pit bulls and hopefully retain that mouth. If they do and they retain it, they can keep it in their bloodline, and whatever faults the staff or the bull terrier, whatever it has in it, is weeded out over 2 or 3 generations. So it may be a 50-50 mix at first. You take that, breed it back to the pit bull. Now it's 3/4 pit bull and 1/4 the mix. And then you do it again, and you do it again. And then after so many generations, you can put the staff back in there again. It's not uncommon that people did that. But I've seen some of those staff pit bull, they can bite. Huh? They could. Like it was nothing, you know. But the Henry dogs, that's what they were known for. They were finishers, and they were hard biters, rough and rugged.
Yeah.
So I could see how that would work.
Yeah. Nah, you know, I think the evolution of the dogs is probably a little faster, you know, because the generation, you know, you get generations quick. It's not like a human. You know, you get generations within a matter of years. You know, I can go through 5 generations in 10 years, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point, because I made the same point not too long ago. Is it we see the results faster in dogs.
Right.
And with game fowl or rooster, whatever it is, you see it faster, because the gestation period for chickens is 3 weeks. So you can have a shitload of chickens within a few months. But with dogs, and because dogs and humans are similar, because we're mammals, they're using dogs now to you know, to make comparisons with humans, you know, like hierarchy and family unit and their diet, all this stuff. So you're right, with dogs, you can do it a lot faster. It doesn't take a long time because they don't live that long. So they mature faster. The results come faster. You don't have to wait 21 years for an adult dog. At the most, it's 3 years. So yeah, the turnaround is quick compared to how long we live. So within you know, 2, 3, 4 generations, and there's a lot of information that you can gather. There's a lot of traits that you can retain. There's stuff you can weed out, and you can lay a foundation after 3 or 4 generations. And as long as you keep the traits within your family, you don't lose them. And I think that's the concept that people don't get. That's why I'm always talking about don't do this and don't do that, and this is what happens, and blah blah blah. Because the consensus a lot of times is, well, for instance, you know, well, cur dogs produce great dogs, yeah. Cold dogs produce great dogs, yeah. Well, this, you know, I got a dead game dog. He don't have no ability and he don't have no mouth, but he's game, right? You don't have to use them excuses. You don't have to keep them culls in your breeding program, because once you develop a foundation, you have the traits you want, you don't never have to lose them. So one thing that comes up all the time, if you had a choice, what would you take, mouth or gameness? My answer is neither one. I ain't splitting them. Why can't I have both? Why would you settle for anything less than both? Or a dog with good air. He don't have no air, but I'm gonna throw him in there because he's game and he can bite and all. No, don't do that. Because that one fault, if it's a major fault, once you put it in there, you screwed your whole shit up. You messed it up. And that's why people don't have consistency. That's my experience. But that's why I speak the way I do a lot of times on breeding and animal husbandry and, you know, epigenetics and, you know, how you influence your dogs from a pup and what you do with them as they're growing up and their feed, nutrition, housing, preventative maintenance, you know, good immune system and all this shit. Because it's not hard to retain once you have it, but it's real easy to screw up if you don't have a set of rules and standards that you follow. That's why you see inconsistency in a lot of breeders. And it's also the reason why top breeders, for the most part, they don't do that. They make exceptions every once in a while, which everybody does. It's never 100% do it this way or that way. There's certain reasons why you have to make exceptions. That's okay. But for the most part, if you stick to your standards, you're going to have consistency. And then you don't never have to lose the traits. But like I said, the easiest way to lose them is throw some crap in there. Like you know, talking to the past, like a very game dog. Oh, he's game as hell. He ain't got no air and he can't bite, can't fight worth a shit, but he's game. You don't have to settle for that. I wouldn't breed a dog like that. I wouldn't get rid of a dog like that, because to me, back in the day, any dog that was game deserved to live out its life. That's how much I admired the breed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's respect. That's respect for the
Absolutely.
for the animals.
Right. But you don't have to breed them either. Be a nice pet. You know, I got kids. I got
That's right.
relatives. You know, they all raised with my dog, so I could put them anywhere. There's no reason like I can't afford it, or you know, I'm not going to breed them, so why am I going to keep them? Well, there's options. I could have. I lived on 2.5 acres.
I talked to Mr. Burns. This was about maybe 25 years ago, maybe 22 years ago or something. He said that, you know, keep it for a road dog.
Why not? That's another reason. You know, he's not going to quit. Right. And it's something that's not just, you know, they don't quit. And you know, it's for young dogs, teach them this and that.
Right.
It also has
it'd be for a young dog, but not too much.
Right. But it also has the effect of, you know, we'll say older dogs teach young dogs different things. They can ruin them. They can impress them. They can enhance what they have, whatever it is. That's what a good game road dog is like that. It teaches a young dog that this son of a bitch ain't going to stop no matter what. And it might influence them in a positive way where it helps that young dog mature faster, knowing that, hey, this is the real shit. This ain't no playing around. So there's positives all the way around for it. And that's a good point, because that's what a lot of people did. And even myself, I had one dog that's what he was. His brothers were good. He was good. He wasn't top notch, but he could bite a little bit. He could fight. He was smart, but he wouldn't quit. And whatever I put him on, because I had so much time on him and experience, he could handle whatever you put on him. If a dog bit hard that got on him, he'd get on their head or their muzzle. If it was the dog wasn't really into it, he'd get in their ass and just kick the hell out of them. You know, show them this is for real. It'll wake a pup up, a young dog, not a pup. But that's just the verbiage we use. But it'll wake them up and let them know this is for real.
I got a question for the panel. Can a man with no 1,500? Appreciate you, long way for the super chat too. Basically, can a man with no $1,500 stud fee or no $2,500 to spend, a top dog man right now, do he have longevity in this game? Who spent money to get started? Then he said Buck spent a lot of money over the years. So let's open it up and see what some of the answers are from the panel.
I say yes. And the reason why I say that, now, I don't know you, bro, but it's just like getting fucked. You got to get in position, right?
Right.
It's like that with anything in life, man. You got to put yourself in position. And if you're a quality individual, man, you ain't gonna have no hard time getting no dog. Now,
Right.
I got a friend just made a real expensive breed. I would say he about $4,000 into it now, right? So naturally, he's not gonna be trying to just give away something. But at the same time, man, I'm gonna tell you, some of the best dogs I had were given to me, man. You know, oftentimes people want to know that they're dogs because they take them real personal. They want to know that they're going to a good home and that they're gonna have a fair shot in life. That's huge with a lot of people. A lot of people may not know that, man. You know, you hear a lot of rah-rah on this YouTube. I call it the Matrix, right? You hear all this rah-rah this, rah-rah that. But man, you'd be surprised what a good quality individual can do in this game. And that's why I say it depends on you. It's like that with anything in life, man. Now if you got it to spend, yeah, you know, you might develop a relationship with a man that has a really nice yard. You know, man, I went to my buddies and get a dog and I had the money in my pocket. He said, man, I don't feel right charging you. He said, you can give me a bag of dog food right now. I really wouldn't care. But I paid him. And I paid him based on the strength of what came out of his mouth, man. That meant something to me. You know, and I know how he is about letting his dogs go to homes and what kind of home they're gonna have and what kind of care they're gonna have. So a lot of that, the long way depends on you, man. And can you build a yard from that? Absolutely. Now, I'm not knocking nobody that's worked hard over the years and decades to put themselves in position, you know, to charge a nice dollar for their dogs. If they got good dogs, they got good dogs. But know this, every puppy is a crapshoot. You ain't guaranteed no Chinaman or whatever out of their buck or nothing. You ain't guaranteed that. So, you know, you're going to go through a lot of disappointments and stuff. You know, this ain't for the faint of heart, man. These dogs. I'm telling you, it takes time. It takes patience. I remember I was running around buying dogs from this yard, and that yard. And everybody's like, man, slow down, man. And I bought my first puppy in 1973 for $5 from a friend. And they said, man, you run around here spending all this money, but are they selling you what they're using? See, this was a different day and time, right? It was different back then.
They told you that way back then?
Way back then.
Woo.
Told me to pump the brakes. Are they selling you what they're using? See, it's the difference. So if you got somebody that's active back then and you went to their yard, naturally you don't want what they're using. You don't want something that got it sitting over on the side of the yard, you know, say, oh, I'll take $5,000 for this one or $1,500. No, you don't want that. You want to develop relationships, man. Relationships go a long way. Start there. Don't worry about your paper. Start with a relationship, man.
Right.
Relationship.
Show your worth. Show your worth.
Yes. Forget about all the stuff you see on YouTube, man. This ain't bulldogging. This is not. I can't stress that enough. This is not bulldogging. Y'all lucky enough to have people like Schoolboy around. I don't have that kind of. I'm 66 years old. I ain't got that kind of memory that he got.
This is recess, right? This YouTube is recess. This is after you get through working and then you just come and chill and just, you know, maybe drink a Corona or something. You know, this is recess.
That's right.
This is not the game. I keep telling people, but maybe it's not coming across because those relationships, man, are important out here, man. You know.
Yes. That's
my bad. Y'all, I lost signal.
Oh, you good, my brother? You good, brother?
So what I missed?
Nothing. We just talking about the question. The question was can you get on with little to no money out here in this game? That's what the brother the long way put the question up. Can a man with little or no bread do his thing?
Well, I think so if you know the right people. It's like that's where I popped in where they was saying building relationships. Well, that's where it all starts at.
Right.
Right. The relationships is that's how I feel about it. Speaking of which, schoolboy, my boy told me to ask you if you remember over in Mexico at Poncho stuff back in the day. His name is Fred Perez.
Say that again, if I remember what?
You used to call him Slick over there when you in Mexico. We would run into you at the shows, at Poncho shows,
Yeah.
and you would call him Slick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my partner, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We had some good times down there. Down there. Yeah. Now to the question, the first gentleman that talked, I couldn't have said it any better. That was on point. It's exactly what it is. If you think of it this way, anything you get into is going to cost you money. But how much money you want to spend is going to depend on your income or what you can afford. But you don't. The one point he made, I'll reiterate it. The best dogs I got were given to me.
That's right.
And where the money's going to cost you in that respect is you may have to travel to someone's house. You may have to spend time with them. You may have to, whatever you got to do. And if you're loyal and straight up and honest and you ain't a thief or a whatever, and you're serious about it and you love the breed, you're going to find somebody who's going to connect with you. And you may have to buy a dog. Everybody buys dogs. That's just a given. That's what you have to do. And again, it just depends on who you talk to, what they have. And another good point was, were they using what they selling? If they ain't, then maybe that's not what you want.
That's right.
But once you make that relationship, they're going to trust you. So they want you to have a good dog. They want to give you a good one because they trust you to, take care of it right and do it right and all that stuff. And it's just going to reflect back on them. This dude sells good dogs, or he gave me a good dog or whatever.
That's right.
But that takes time and money to build that relationship. You don't have to be rich. Most of the people in dogs ain't rich. They don't have a lot of money. On the flip side, if somebody wants a dog bad enough, they're going to pay whatever. They don't question the price. But it's no shame if you can't afford that guy's price. And I don't knock people for selling their dogs whatever they want to sell them for. That's their business. My option is I don't have to buy it if I don't want it.
I mean, if you call somebody, schoolboy, if you call somebody that's known for selling puppies, right? I mean, that's pretty much what they're known for. They're breeding. They got, maybe have multiple litters on the ground. And you call them up and say, I'm interested in a puppy. Well, you not knowing that person, yeah, they're gonna give you a set price. Yeah, I want $1,500 for this litter over here and $2,000 for this litter over here. But
right,
it's important. Bob Love was my mentor, but it took me years to get to that yard, man. You know what I mean? And when I got there, I cherished that moment, man. And then that's just the fact.
Yeah. And whether you knew it or not at the time, he was one of the best. So whether that happened by luck or you recognize that this dude, this person, he knows his shit and he's good and he this and that could be the angle too. Some people do fall into dogs by luck. I have a friend. He started with Barney Fife, and the only reason he knew Barney Fife was because Barney Fife lives next to his grandmother. Mm-hmm. So he was a 13, 14-year-old kid when he met Barney Fife, and that was his mentor, and they became friends and all that stuff.
Right.
It don't happen that way all the time. But the other thing is, here's the thing, because people sometimes have an expectation for a pup or a guarantee or whatever. You can't guarantee shit, just like he said. It's a toss of the dice when you're grabbing a pup. It could be a good one. It could be not a good one. You could get a bunch of them that ain't worth the shit if they're puppies, and you could get one right off the bat, and that's a top dog.
That's right.
And that's where the longevity comes in. If you really stick with it, you'll end up getting good stuff. And you make those relationships, And not only that, if you're serious and the person you get dogs from is serious as well, you're going to be. It's not just one side. It's not like he took care of you and he's your friend and all that. That stuff is going to come back to him because you're going to breed it into your stuff and you're going to have your own stuff and he might like it too. So now you're trading pups and you're trading dogs back and forth. And I did that with a couple of people. And I don't take this the wrong way, but I looked at it like I did my weed. At some point, I'm not paying for weed no more. I'll go, and at some point, I'm not going to pay for dogs no more, right? Because I made these relationships. I'm a solid dude. They like what I have. I like what they have. Let's trade. There ain't nothing wrong with that. And that's how it usually ends up. And I would imagine it's still that way today. I know it happens in Mexico that way. That's just the way it is. They make these solid relationships, and now they trade in dogs back and forth. And it allows the breeder, the main breeder at least, to where he can have more of his dogs because his buddy has them, and this guy has them, this guy has them. They're solid people. It's all good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, I was going to say I agree, but
100.
at the end of the day, it's still depending on the individual. Far as somebody could get good dogs and don't know what they're doing with them, fuck them up. You get what I'm saying? And I agree for the fact that I'm type living the situation. 6 years ago, about 7, because my main dog, he about 6. So this say 6 years ago, my old timer had a litter. I wasn't type, we wasn't that fly, you know what I mean? So I was offering to buy the pups. He started going with my cousin. So now I'm actually seeing the guy a little bit more. So, you know, I'm on his ass like, yeah, what's up? You gonna sell me him? Sell me him? Now, one of my friends happened to whelp the puppies. So they actually at my friend's house. So, you know what I mean? So long story short, he tell me it's a male over there, it's a female. So basically you pick which one you want, you can go grab it. So I'm like, say no more. I go over there, you know, same few minutes. Not playing with you. I go right over there. So my friend, he got 5 puppies. The dog had 10, so he only got 5 left, but he gave me 3 of them because it was too much for him to handle. You feel what I mean? So he gave me 3 of them. Like, man, you might take all them shits, man. Long story short, I got 2 of them shits still to today. One of them wound up, the winter took one of them. I bred my male a few times in the 6 years. I bred the female 1 time in the 6 years. Female titled up, whatever the case may be. And to this day, motherfuckers trying to send me dogs, you know what I mean? I had moved from up top to get more space, get more room, and do my own thing. And I'm good, basically, you know what I'm saying? And I still be wanting to purchase dogs, but then it be on, I think Mike Dan just said it be on some shit where it's like, why buy dogs when I got individuals want to send dogs down here on the regular? I don't accept them dogs because, you know, motherfuckers be in too much shit. So, you know, at the end of the day, I be on some shit like I'm just going to fall back and do what I'm doing. But that's how I got my shit started. And that was 6 years ago, you know what I mean? And I'm all right, like, you know, I can't complain type shit.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything everything that you think can happen to the dogs, good, bad, and different, is gonna happen if you're in the dogs long enough.
That's right.
And the relationships that don't work out, just cut them loose, let them go. Talk shit if you want to, but stay focused on what you're doing. It takes time before you trust someone. And some people shady. They fool you into thinking they're your friend. So when the relationship ends, they might have screwed you over. The only positive out of that is that they ain't getting no more of your dogs.
Right.
So if they talk shit about your dogs, my question would be, well, why'd you want them in the first place? If they ain't worth a shit now, why did you want my dogs in the first place?
That's
They
what I
just
was.
sour.
Yeah.
They just sour because they fucked up. So now they have to talk shit.
Yeah.
Whereas if you keep the relationship good, everybody on the up and up, you ain't gonna run out of dogs. And if you still feel like buying something you think is necessary, important like that, go buy it. There's nothing wrong with that. But everything happens to everybody. It ain't like somebody smooth through this dog game clean.
That's right.
It ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't.
Yeah.
You know,
Man, that dog.
smartest dude.
When he was a puppy, I drove 30 hours to get that puppy.
Yeah, yeah,
30 hours. And he was a gift. He was a gift to me.
yeah.
But it took me 30.
Hey. Buck City Live. Buck City Live. Buck City Reloaded. You know what it is. Get that magazine. The magazine is out. The wait is over. It's Christmas time. Okay. It's Christmas time. Happy holidays. All of that good shit. Get the magazine now. Hit the like button. Smash the like button. Let's get it going. We're going to open up this panel. We're going to go ahead and open up this panel. Get that panel good and opened up. You dig? What's up, y'all? What is going on? Let me see who's in the building. Dickie Foster in the building. Mike Dan in the building. Hemi James. Bub Foster. Bub Johnson. I'm tripping. I'm reading two things at once. Let me get back on the right screen, bro. William Torres in the building. Salute. Salute, everybody. Let's get in here. Schoolboy, what up?
Hey, what's happening?
Ah, man, cooling.
What are we doing today?
Not what we did last time.
It happens sometime.
And we ain't gonna start that.
Yeah. Well, you know, Buck, it's your show. You have control, man. You do it however you want. You know.
Yeah, nah. Sometimes
you don't even have to motherfuck people. You just say, hey, that's it, or just mute them. You know.
Yeah.
It's all up to you.
We just gotta know when it's time for that. You know, I think, you know,
yeah, there's definitely.
You know, when we going around the horn and letting everybody answer questions and stuff, we just gotta be mindful that some people is actually here to learn, you know.
Yeah. Plus,
we got
you
our
being the monitor.
Time,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Plus, you being the monitor, administrator, whatever you want to call it. You know, you can call on people to talk. You know, hey, what's your opinion? This or that. You know, and just go around the horn. Or
exactly.
if they doing too much, you just say, hey, this is not that show. We have shows for that. This ain't one of them.
Right.
We do that later.
I had a question. Somebody got a dog from a camp, basically a big camp. The pup's about 16 months old. It's a male. He won't walk on a leash. He won't do anything. You got any tips?
Is it because he's shy or he just not used to it?
He's kind of shy too. He's kind of shy. Looks kind of like the camp where he got it from. I'm just guessing. I told him, you know, maybe the guy where he got the dog from probably had a lot of dogs. You know, that was my first guess. But
right.
You know, I told him to tune in and, you know, we'll ask some, you know, answer some questions and stuff. Casino, what up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, brothers?
Oh,
what's happening?
Cool, man. Another
what's
good
going
day
on, schoolboy?
Make progress.
All good, brother. Man. Yeah. For me, the way I did it with pups is, you know, some of them, they get scared of the lead or they'll fight the lead, you know. And what I would do is just hook a lead to them and let them walk around like that. Once you get the pup walking with you, you know, he wants to go where you want to go or he's spending time with you. You just pick the lead up off the ground and continue walking. And he don't even know that he has it on or that you're holding it, right? And then you use verbal signals like, come here or hey pup, he'll get used to you holding that lead while you're interacting with him. That's the easiest way for me to do it. Another thing, you can have whatever you're doing with a older dog or a grown dog, you can have the pup watch you and see if he gets interested in it. If you do that repeatedly over and over, then he gets the idea because you're spending time with that dog. Well, he wants to spend time with you, so he got to do what the other dog doing, and he'll go along with it.
Right. Yeah, nah, every dog ain't gonna just be wide open. I tell people to have a lot of patience when it comes to these animals. When you're getting a dog, you're not, it's not always right away. You're gonna have that good dog that everybody can see and you can show him off. Sometimes there's a grooming process. And usually the dog that you're looking at and the dog that you're admiring, he's probably went through that same grooming process. So, it takes time.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all, most of it is when we interact with them, it's a learned thing, and some of them take to stuff right away. Most of them actually don't. And that's why I advise people start whatever you're doing with them when they're real young, tiny. And even when they're still on their mama's tit, you can put a little tiny collar on them when they're real young and they're just used to having it on. Then they won't fight it or try and get out of it.
Yeah, I got my pup. I got a 13-week pup with a collar on right now.
Yeah. Even if he's so small, there's not a collar that fits him. Hell, just put a string around his neck or a piece of twine or something.
Yeah, I put one on the pup's neck. It was, one of them little thick ones. I cut it and melted it.
Poke some more holes.
Yeah, put a couple more holes in there, and I had it on the pup's neck. I first put it on the pup. He was kind of going crazy, wagging his head, trying to get it off. But after about 20 minutes, and then I ended up taking it off, putting it back on a couple more times, just a little bit each day. And then I hooked a leash to it, so now he's chasing the leash around and, biting on the leash and running around, jumping around, dragging a leash, hanging from him, wondering why it's hanging from him. And then next thing you know, I'm lifting up the leash, taking some steps with him, walking with him. He's still, he's not afraid of the leash at all. This isn't something that, he's afraid of. I've been letting him run around for a few days just in the yard. And, pretty soon he'll have enough confidence to walk around and stuff. Because the last thing I want to do is when I got a puppy, I'm trying to teach him how to walk a leash is, drag him and mess up his pads or end up getting somewhere and have to walk and carry him. So I like to kind of let him come along a little bit. Hold on. We got a special guest in the back. South Bottom Kennels in the building. What up, brother?
South Bottom.
Is that there, Mr. Brother? Carter? Mr. Carter.
He'll figure it out.
Okay.
Nah,
it's like, you have to break any animal, even domestic ones. It's just like you break horses, you got to get used to you touching them, walking around them, then getting on them,
Oh, you in there now. You in there? South Bottom.
You must got a bad connection.
Yeah, you got a bad connection or something.
Man, I know he about to come on talk about that show, man.
Yeah.
If he don't get to speak, I'm gonna do what he trying to do. I'm gonna let these folks know what's going down in Louisiana, February 15th.
February 15th.
Oh yeah,
you guys heard it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
There we
advertising
go.
anywhere. I think they're gonna do a puppy raffle too or something.
Y'all give me,
Yeah.
fellas?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we
hear
hear you
you.
now, brother.
Hey man, my internet is pulling in. I apologize, man.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's good to hear from you, man. Happy holidays. You know.
Yes, sir.
Borderland breezy. Uh-oh.
That's
Uh-oh.
going down. You got the
Uh-oh.
swamp.
The
Come back to the
swamper.
low light.
Hey. The swamper's in the house, man.
Hey,
Hey, come
man.
on
Man, what's
now.
going down? Shout
Come
out to the
on now.
swamp.
The swamper is in the building. Come
You
on
know what
now.
I'm
The
saying?
swamper.
Borderland.
There you
Hey,
go.
man, salute to you. Salute to
Already,
you.
brother. You know what I'm
I
saying?
Yes,
like
sir.
that
Man,
hat
we
too,
getting it
man.
in,
Merry
man. You guys
Christmas,
hit
all
that
of
like
that
button,
stuff.
pound that like button.
I like that
We
hat
up
too,
in
Bree.
here.
Oh, you know what it is, these Texas boys, baby.
Yes, sir. Good to
How
see you,
y'all living,
Borderland.
man?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Uh-oh.
You know, this Christmas
Uh-oh.
Eve, you know, we're gonna get
See
it
the
in, you
dictionary
know.
in here. What's up, schoolboy? Casino, how you
Get
living,
under
baby?
What's
I'm
happened?
doing good, man. You see what I'm doing?
Yeah, yeah.
shit,
Oh,
less
yeah.
than 24 hours. I'm gonna be eating some gumbo. You know?
Already. What's up? We about to get that
we
gumbo.
Hey,
we
next less than 24 hours, my face gonna be covered in gumbo. You know.
Gumbo
we
juice. What's
Mexican. We
good?
start today. We start
Yeah, yeah,
everything
that's right.
today. You know.
I'm
Okay.
at I'm
Oh, that's
at
how y'all. That's
the
how the Mexican
warehouse
culture do
right
it.
now.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the holidays
Yeah,
or
my daughter
whatever
right
festivals
now.
last 3 days, 2 days, a week,
Oh, okay.
like that. It's rarely one day. Even my kids, oh, it's my birthday month. Birthday month. Yeah. So the whole month you got to celebrate some bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
they do it in
Yes.
Kenya. In Kenya, um, they don't work at all in December.
You'll fit right in here
Yeah,
in El
like
Paso.
and out there
There you
in
go.
Kenya in Africa, they
Hmm.
they
Oh
don't work
yeah,
the whole
son.
December.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
They don't
Not
work the
not
whole
un
December.
yeah, not uncommon. Yeah, the
Yeah.
1 day thing it doesn't really fly with
Hey
my
man.
culture.
Yeah.
Hey, but that
Yeah.
magazine fire, man.
Oh no,
That
appreciate it,
magazine
man.
fire.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's nice,
Appreciate
huh?
it. You got that joint, huh?
Yeah, yeah, man. It came. The shirt came today or yesterday. I think yesterday, and I picked it up today.
Okay. Okay.
But the magazine had came. It was here before I got home from work and shit. I just been so
Yes,
busy.
sir.
And up, I
Once we
just
get out of this holiday crap, you know, when we send stuff out, you know, stuff will be
yeah, yeah,
quick
yeah. It's
response, you
fire,
know.
man.
Yeah,
And salute the
yeah, it don't
chat.
take
What's
long.
up, Bank? I see Bank in the chat. Pyrex, what's good?
Big Bank Hank, what
Melee.
up? William Torres in the building. Melee.
Hey,
Jimmy
Paul
James.
Harris, what's up, brother?
Salute the brothers, everybody in the building. Merry Christmas.
Man, I want to say, but man,
Jimmy G.
I want to say how necessary that these type of platforms are for this niche that we interested in. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Right, right.
bro, it be times, bro. I be wanting to talk bulldogs with somebody, bro. But no, it ain't nobody around, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't be nobody around. Then I get on YouTube and book live. You feel me? Or if you ain't live, Dogman TV live. If he ain't live, Bubba Mex live. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Salute the Dog Man TV. You know, they been cooking up too.
mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
consistent, you know, consistent. Hey, Raiden, what's up with that showdown?
Hey, let's do it, man. I'm home.
Man, let's get that
I'm
over with,
home, man.
man. Raiden.
Let me go in and
Raiden want that
dust Raiden off
smoke
right
now.
quick. Nah, I'm fucking with you. Let me go and
Raiden is
dust
looking
Raiden.
for that smoke.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you. That
What's up,
boy.
Bank? Where you at? Call in. Let's do it, Bank. I'm home now.
Man, I bet
Yeah,
all our family sitting back somewhere looking at us like we some psychopaths. Like these niggas really talking bulldogs on Christmas Eve.
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, this is the
Ain't nothing
life.
better than to do it, baby. You know what I'm saying? My bad, accidentally put the camera back up.
Where my hat at? I got
Yeah,
the Christmas hat, man. Where my Christmas hat?
yeah, there you go,
Let
man.
me get my Christmas hat.
You know what I'm saying?
My little Christmas tree hat, man. I've been wearing this all day, man. Even though I was working, I had my little Christmas tree on my head. You know what I mean?
Right, man. I've been telling everybody to grab that magazine, but
Oh man,
it's
appreciate it. Appreciate
My
it.
homeboy,
it's
a couple of my homeboys, they probably finna order some too. I sent them the link, so I think they're gonna order some too. You might have some more coming to Georgia.
Appreciate that, brothers. You know, that's all it take, man. Just push it.
Mhm.
hell yeah,
I got
man.
a good
Salute.
promo video for you for the magazine coming. Like I ain't do the review yet because I'm gonna do some professional shit. I ain't gonna lie. All right, I'm finna put together some whole shit
Yeah, for sure.
like a whole commercial. I'm gonna do a whole commercial for you, bro.
Appreciate that.
Nice,
Now
nice,
that's what it
nice.
take. It, you know, people taking initiative, just taking it
Collective.
into their own hands to turn this shit into reality, man. That's what it's all about, you know.
Hell yeah, this community we got going is growing and stronger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's starting to be meaningful and you know, it's more people that's on the same page than not. Of course, you always gonna have people that, you know, they just don't see the vision or they just ain't on the same page, or some people
We
don't work
got
well with
to
others.
invite them to the swamp. Hey man, I love this T-shirt, man. Tomorrow you'll see me on it with it on with the Bulldogs, man.
Nah,
But
man, for real.
yeah,
That's a
man,
beautiful
it's
thing.
the movement, baby.
You know, I can't wait for the next mag, man. You know, it's gonna be 10
Hell
times
yeah, me
better.
neither. I already got my, I say that I know what I'm doing the next one. I'm gonna, I'm
Well, I
gonna do
all
it.
one
What
only
Bank did with
one thing
Sexy
I did
Red.
see.
I'm gonna do what Bank did with Sexy Red. I'm gonna showcase a dog.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's what's
Sexy
up.
red. What'd you say? Sexy red, spread it in, huh?
Hey, how that
Hell yeah, I'm like, oh, okay.
hey, how
I
that
was like,
old
oh
Woodstock
man.
doing? How Woodstock doing?
Oh man, he doing good, man. He growing up, man. You know, Woodstock's still young,
Yeah, I'm
but he
knowing.
growing up. He maturing fast. He
And that
maturing
was
fast, man.
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, he thinking he be acting like he want to be a bulldog. I'm like, you still a puppy boy.
That's what's up, man. He was good looking. And, you know,
Oh,
but Borderlands,
Raiden.
he just left. His shit got disconnected.
Hold up. There go
Shit,
Borderland.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go.
he was born in April from May, June. Yeah, Tapito 8 months now, ain't he? April to December. Yeah, he 8 months.
Got
Brock
through.
Middlebrook.
We
Hey,
ready?
appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. 330 Game
Salute.
Dolls. It's Champion Hustle
What's
in the magazine. Ooh. He's not.
330? What's
He's
going
not.
down?
He's not. But that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. You know, we definitely gonna get the kid in there. You know what I'm saying? Get some good pictures, you know. Get some good spread pictures. I don't just want to snatch anything unless it's just some old shit that we don't have the archives no more. But if it's
Yeah,
current, I mean, let's dig deep and let's get some of the best pictures we can get.
so.
Yeah, hey,
But
Raiden
oh,
wants that
shout out.
smoke. I know that. That's all I know.
It says I'm backstage. I don't know what happened. Let's see.
Hey, Borderland, we had a question earlier Somebody,
I'm backstage. Can you hear me?
yeah, we hear you.
Oh, it's
What up?
saying that I'm backstage. Only the host can see me.
Oh, nah, you up here.
Nah, you here.
Oh,
Let me drop you down. Hold up. You up here with us?
maybe I don't know. But that's what's up. What'd you say? Y'all can hear
You
me
got
and
an
see me.
18-month-old dog. You get him. He's super shy. He don't want to walk on a leash. He probably from a camp that really didn't have that many dogs. What are you gonna do the first, or how long it's gonna take you to turn this thing around?
Okay. The quick
Hold
answer.
up, William. I'm gonna drop the link in a second. Hold up, buddy.
Yeah, the quick answer is I probably won't deal with it, but if it's something that I need to
Oh, you
deal
said you
with,
probably
man, the
won't
best
deal
way
with
to
it.
get right, yeah, shy is hard to overcome. But the best way to deal with a shy dog,
Whoa.
best way to deal with a shy dog is to get him interactive. You gotta get him used to stuff that he's afraid of. You know what I'm saying? Stand by the side of the street on his leash, let cars pass by. Things like that that'll take him out, make him realize that everything he see ain't gonna hurt him. I don't know. I don't really deal with him though. But my partner Fred, he able to break them out their shell. So I probably send them over to him if it was a real shy dog that I just had to keep to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't deal with shy. Shy's not my thing.
Yeah, no, I got you.
But yeah. But what do you say? What y'all say?
Well, nah, if you stuck with him, you stuck with him. At this point, let's say you got him. Maybe he was acting good on the yard. You saw a video, you bought him, you get him in your program. It's just a little different, and you
Yeah.
stuck with him. I mean, we know, you ain't
Yeah.
gonna fuck with him, but what if you just stuck with him? What's the actual? How are we gonna help the guy that is having this problem? I should say.
Okay. So I would say you got to bring him. He has to be interactive with you constantly. You got to constantly interact with a dog. So bring him in, let him be shy, but just keep walking to him, touch him. But he's gonna be shy when he's shying away from you. You treat him or you pet him and let him know it's okay. Uh, I could ask Fred for that answer. I don't know because I really don't deal with shy, but because shy, I mean, if you stuck with him, you stuck with him. But you just gotta socialize him, man. He's gotta see that, because what the shyness is he's unsure if everything he see gonna hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's a threat. So you just gotta let him know it's not a threat by forcing him into the situation without forcing him into the situation. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you put him out there, you expose him to everything, loud noises. You know what? You know what? This is a good thing. You play loud Mexican music. I don't know why Mexican music works, but it does. Play loud Mexican music around him while you feeding them and all of that. Take your little speaker out there and all I guess the sounds in the Mexican music. Fred does that. Uh, you just gotta expose him to different things and make sure
Yeah.
that continues to be rewarded when he's not being shot. When he come to you to get some food out of your hand, you reward him real good. You know what I'm saying? You make sure that he understands that's why you gave him the food, because he came to you. He not scared of you or of everything. You know what I'm saying? But there's different levels to the shy. There's some dogs that are king dingling on the yard, but you take them out and they scared of everything, or they're shy to everything because they're out of their element. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think that would be the best way, is to expose them. You just gotta continue to expose them
Yeah.
to the different
Yeah.
things
That happens a
that
lot
he's gonna see.
with older dogs, after they're a year old or older. My friend used to bring shy dogs to me, If they were pups, wasn't a problem.
Okay, sir.
They
There
were
you go.
older. Sometimes I couldn't do it, and they just stayed that way because they were already set in their ways.
Yeah, you
But
Yeah.
think
if you do it, start when they're little, and this is where kids help a lot because kids don't understand
Nice.
the difference. They just play with them
Right.
like they're pups, and they take them everywhere they go, and they do all kinds of stuff with them. They make the pup do things it's not familiar with. They play and all that. So with most of my pups, my wife and the
Yeah.
kids raised them, and but what
And that's
happens
how it
is,
is.
people have yards where they don't do much with them, and like you said, that's why they're king shit on their yard because they're used to that.
Right.
But you take them out of that
And if they
element,
grow
they don't
up
know.
on that yard, and then you take them out
Yeah,
of that element, they don't know what's going on.
yeah, that's where
But
they get freaky.
the short answer,
So
it's 18 months. It gets to me and it's shy. I'm sending it back.
yeah,
I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
yeah, that's the
But
best.
that's
Yeah,
just me.
that's the best
But if
answer.
I have to keep them, hey man, you gotta pay. I'm sending them back.
Hey,
They'll
but
charge
what
you shipping when he gets there.
if you
Back
do
that link,
everything?
order that magazine.
If you do everything that y'all
Huh?
saying, if you doing everything that y'all saying and it end up working, that dog right there might be the most loyal dog you ever had. Like
Right?
if
yeah,
you,
just
Yeah.
because
I
the
mean,
time you put in,
Mhm.
a lot of special
right,
attention.
right. You'll get the dog loyal to you and love you, but if you the dog will love you, but if I gotta pull the dog down the street when I'm trying to walk with him and just because he love me and a car passed by, he running the other way or something, I don't have time. I don't. Maybe I just don't have that patience.
no, I don't
You
have it
know what I'm
either
saying?
though. We talking for the person who gotta have the patience. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Because
But if it's his only dog,
I never encountered it that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, every puppy when you try
what
to
I
walk
need,
them, huh? I was just gonna
yeah,
say
hold
every
on,
time.
I'm getting this.
I was just gonna say
Go
every
ahead, go
time.
ahead.
I was just gonna say every time I got a puppy and I gotta walk it for the first time, they always act like they don't want to walk on the leash, but they get out of that quick. But I never had no problem with
Right,
no
right.
dog. Like I never had no problem to the extent that they talking about. Like where they talking about 15-month-old dog that won't walk on the leash. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But there's dogs like that. But I just don't. I personally don't have the patience. So if I had to keep the dog, I'll rehome him to somebody that got the time to work with him and do all of that, and then maybe later on bring him back and try him out, try to walk him down the street again. But that's just me personally. But I've seen some shy dogs that do break out of it, and they A1 dogs.
I'll
You
be
know what I
back,
mean?
Buck. I gotta take this phone call. I'll come back.
Okay. Appreciate you, schoolboy.
Hey, that's a good looking dog right there, Raiden.
Borderland, let me just guess. You can't see the screen right now.
Right. Hold on. Let me exit out and come back in. I
Okay.
I'll call back in. All right.
Raiden said, "Chapito."
So we gonna act like Borderland can't see the screen right now. Raiden's calling out for Chapito. He wants that fade for his sister, Sexy Red. You know, hey, hey. Think it's a game, man. Think it's a game. Think it's a game.
That's a good looking dog right there, bro.
Chapito.
That's a good looking dog right there, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We're Chapito.
All right,
That's
man. I'm gonna
We
see.
want
I'm gonna see
Chapito.
you
Fuck
at
all
your
that other shit.
Chapito, man. I want
Hey.
him up there too. Nah.
Hey, fuck all the other shit. You know?
hey, how that dog right there, bred?
That's
Okay.
sexy red,
Shall we?
bro.
I'm
Shall
talking about
we?
Raiden. Yeah, Raiden.
Shall we? We shall.
Yeah, we gonna have to. We gonna
You know,
have to.
let's bust down some pads. Everybody, let's bust down some pads. You
Let's
know,
do it.
everybody in the church. Everybody in the church busting pads down. Get your laptops out. Let me see. Get this pad up here. Oh, yeah, this motherfucker been getting looked at a lot.
Oh yeah,
This
Mike Dan
motherfucker
said
been
South Bottom
getting
definitely
looked
has a
at a
good
lot.
show. Yes, he do. I mean, I never been, but just off the pictures, like the people, the amount of people who didn't came, like the people who got impact on the game, who was at his show last time, he definitely got a good show. I
Now
can't
they
wait
getting
to.
around, man. The big dogs is moving around. Cats is moving around, man. It's a lot going on. I like it, man.
What's
I think everybody should get involved.
Lockdown Rudy? I seen Lockdown Rudy was at last year. I met him at the APDR show. The one in the fall that just happened. He was the judge for that.
Let's look at ratings pad. Let's look at ratings pad. Bust through it. Bust through it a little bit. You got a lot of that Michael Myers in there. He's got a lot of that fucking Michael Myers. He's a double-bred grandson off of 2 direct kids. Them motherfuckers is dwindling down. You know, I used to know 20 of them, but now shit, I might know about 5 or 6, 7 or 8 or something, you know, probably. And then a few that's just kind of lurking here or there, you know, that just, you know, off the radar, disconnected, you know, type of shit, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, we done broke his pad down 1,000,000 times, you know, down off the lynch shit. It's gonna be the heaviest concentrated Mayday shit that you gonna find if you fucking with this dog. And the fact that he's a good one, you know, that's a testament. You know, that's for a motherfucker to be bred like this and be still a good dog and still be able to produce good dogs and shit. You know, it's a testament to the quality. So you don't go away from that. You stay to that. You know, you stick to that. That's what's working. So this where you get all of this Picasso of a Mayday offspring right here.
Man, a mad scientist.
We got that
Scientist
2
put this shit
times. So
together.
we 50% of that just opened up the door and it's so bright you got to put your glasses on. It's 50% of that, right? So now let's go down to the more center gravity shit. And let's bust down into this yellow page, bitch, right off the stanky leg dog, bred like a motherfucker. You know, this dog was bred like a motherfucker. Yellow man, you know, right off a yellow man, bam, bam. These is Mayday dogs. You know, you can see it. Double bred, basically just how Michael Myers, how Lynch was bred down off that shit, heavy, tight, the jumping jack flash shit, you know, Havana boys, back to some yellow shit, Toro, heavy on the Toro dog, you know, straight Red Boy Jocko shit, man. Meat factory shit. You know, this is a meat plant shit right here.
That was a mad scientist right there, bro.
The Macho Buck shit is just fucking retarded. The Macho Buck back to Miss Super Buck. Mr. Super Buck was one of the best bred buck dogs that I used to like. I know him as a specimen, you know, he wasn't really like that. But, you know, as a specimen, Mr. Super Buck, you know, this little motherfucker. Let me see. I know they got a better picture of him. They got it. There you go. There you go.
But
And just bred like a motherfucker. Down off a yellow buck, bucket shit, 357, Miss Leaky, buck, you know, just no other cut. The purest of the pure. Purest of the Red Boy Jocko shit, purest of the Buck shit, Patrick shit, you know, old Nello's Sherman the Tank. All that shit. Red Boy Jocko. That's Red Boy Jocko, that Daisy May. So we digging into that. just it's a Pierce factory shit. Like it's not just all cut up like everybody's shit. That's that dog right there, top and bottom. And then let's go to the bottom of that yellow page, bitch. We still breaking down 1/4 of this whole genetics right here. Shit. Well, shall we? Let's go down to the bottom. Or you don't know what this Beijing shit is. This Beijing Junior, all this Beijing shit. You know, that ain't nothing but straight buck shit. Straight buck. Daisy May with the crab shit. You know, buck with the crab shit. T-Stone way back here. You know, T-Stone way back here. The Maloney. That's heavy Maloney. Patrick's, you know, Maloney, Klaus, Tombstone. You know, those are the dogs right there. Those are the heavy hitters of that particular bloodline. So you're heavy with that. You're double Beijing on there. That Taboo dog ain't nothing but a Undertaker dog. The Undertaker Miss Leaky dog. That's Buckets' litter mate. They bred it to the Bodine dog. Got some Hollingsworth shit in there. Lady in Red. The Magoo double bred buck. Magoo dog. Miss Leaky. Saying, I mean, where's the buck shit? Oh shit, it's right here. Right here. Okay, let's hit the top. You got the Mayday again. So that's all we talking about. A Mayday fucking buck dog all day. So let's throw a little bit of something up in there. Let's throw this Monster Man, heavy Paladin, 4 times Paladin. You feel me? Hide Satch, Carver shit, Ironhead shit up close. Paladin, some of the hardest mouth shit on record, you know. And back in the day, you know, we talking about historical shit. I'm just a pedigree geek, bro. Never mind me. You feel me? We ain't doing nothing with these dogs. You know, so we back, we get a chance to breathe. We done went so deep that we get a chance to breathe. We coming back up, dip down here. You know, the Pretty Boy Floyd, Chocolate breeding. I think that was a good brother sister to offset with the Michael Myers shit, because he's also a son of Lynch. So it's like you don't want to have all the same sons of Lynch. You want to take some more DNA from some of the moms. So since both of these guys are off Lynch, we won't even bother that, because that's that one. Remember, I told you go down that dark alleyway and you see that shit, and it's all lit the fuck up, and it's too bright for some motherfuckers. They don't understand what they're looking at. So let's check out this bitch. You know, more Razor shit, more Bucket shit, more Mayday, Blondie, just the tightest form. Yellow Buck, Grand Champion Yellow Buck. This motherfucker, like this dog ain't no joke, bro. This is not some shit for kids and shit. You know, this shit ain't for beginners, right? You saw that was amazing. So you click on this, you got the Jesse James shit, more Buck shit, more Buck. Nico, right? Jedi, awesome baby, more of that shit. Miss Leaky, Yellow Buck. It's more of all that shit, you know. So you come out and you got Trap Doll. That's Sexy Red's mama. That's Raiden's mama right there. Bred to perfection. Oh, let's go back to the half brother, Iceman. You know, bred to perfection. You saw all that shit, that Paladin, all that, the Beijing, all that shit on the bottom. All, you know, the Miss Macho Buck. We went through that. The Lady Doll. It's the tightest form of this shit. You know, hands down. No frozen semen. We was talking about that earlier. There ain't no frozen semen in this shit. Yeah, there's frozen semen off of Damien. This shit was already made before Chico even got his hands on the dog. You know, I know facts. I know facts. Yeah, the pedigree, you know, we don't care about the pedigree. Pedigree can say whoever owns it. You know, I don't give a fuck. You know, that shit don't mean nothing. You know, it matters who knows what the fuck they're doing. Who's going to get the most return on what they got going on, you know. So now that's that pedigree right there. Those guys are growing up good. Borderland, they on your ass. You
Hey
know.
man, go ahead and go to your messages and pull up Chapito's picture. And his pedigree is sitting right there
Hey,
too. You know?
Borderland, you know, I don't know how you're gonna get out of this, but
Let's do this, baby. You know what I'm saying? You can put the pictures side by side. You like calling Chapito. Chapito
you know
saying,
what I'm
"Here I go,
saying?
here I go."
Hey, Chapito,
You
that
got
boy
big
look
that
good.
Chapito is 6 months in that picture.
He look good,
But
but that rating.
come on,
Woo!
man.
Where Chapito at? Let me see Chapito, man.
Rating, boy. Mm. Got to be more careful. Let me see. To get this
I sent it to
Chapito up
the
here.
phone that you sent the live to me on.
Oh yeah, I got it. Let me see.
Bank statement said rating on a meal now.
Uh-oh. That boy
Oh
getting
shit,
that work
Chapito
in.
been on there.
He said he need that meal, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Chapito can work that meal. I gotta pull
He
him down.
said he said he gonna need that meal. Let me see.
You know what it is, Randy, Mike? Chapito. That's my
Man,
boy.
this pup over here crazy as hell, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, you got that old family in the Mayday Red Boy, right? Casino?
No, I ain't got no old family. I got Red Boy
Oh,
Jocko,
okay.
Olio, and
Okay.
Nidrino. And then
Okay.
I got that little puppy you hear right there. That's a Red Boy Jocko. Through Big John.
Fire.
This through Big John. Walk him on.
What was I thought you had won the puppy from Buck. Who won the puppy, Buck?
I ain't never won no puppy. How could shit?
I know that was Cosmic Cal. Cosmic Cal got the free pup.
Oh, okay. Okay, Cosmo. Yeah, that's right. A Cosmo.
Yeah, he got a matter of fact, he got a red. Yeah, he got the old family. You know, they crossing that Mayday into that old family, especially that Michael Myers shit. They crossing that into to each other. They've been getting some real good results. I mean, it's definitely
Him
something
too.
you might want to look into because them dogs, they coming real thick. You know, they coming. They that.
I'm about to bring that old Carver blood back to the front of mine.
Smack that like button. Smack that like button.
Like, but
Let me see.
It ain't termite a Red Boy Jocko though. What is termite?
yeah.
Everybody's Red Boy Jocko, but
Oh,
he's
okay.
more on the Jocko side though.
That's what
Oh,
I thought. He like
he like a quarter red boy.
yeah. Red Boy Jocko termite. That shit sound funny to me because it's like I thought it was the same shit down there. But like you said, it's a quarter Red Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said Red Boy Jocko Termite is a nice old school cross. I agree.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta, it ain't even really going outside the box, but you just gotta kind of switch your shit up a little bit different than everybody else. I think that'll give you the better advantage over everything, because in a world full of everybody just kind of trying to have the same shit, you know what I'm saying? If you can separate yourself, it'll be beneficial to you. You going to grab some different blood everybody's not using, you're crossing it up with your shit. I think it's more longevity with that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe. There go Chapito right there.
There you go. Here I
We're gonna
go.
get this showdown going. Bank gonna call in. We're gonna get it going.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with you, Borderline.
Yes,
But
him in person. He was 6 months in that picture, man.
nah, he
Look at that.
he a
How
good
you know
looking
what he
dog,
looking
though.
at? What he
Nah,
looking
he's not a
at?
bad looking dog, but it's just that I gotta see the peg. Put it like pop
Oh,
the hood on him. Pop the hood on him.
go
Pop
ahead,
the
pop that
hood.
hood.
Pop the hood on it. Let me see.
Cause that other shit, man, like, bro, god damn.
Man, that other shit, man. That's that other shit. I'm telling
That was
y'all,
some mad
dog though.
science shit, yeah, boy.
Sometimes the motherfucker gotta die before a motherfucker
Bro,
really
that
realize.
that shit so tight. If you had a fucked up
Like,
at any
man,
moment,
boy, you was cooking.
you heard me.
Chapito land.
There we go.
It's
Hey, Buck.
Chapito land.
Hey, Buck.
Yeah.
Bro, that other one, bro, is so good. Bro, that shit so tight. If you had made a mistake in any generation, it wouldn't have worked. Like, that was some mad scientist shit, bro. Whoever the fuck is behind that shit is a mad scientist.
Hey man, I believe it.
like,
Uh-oh. Now
Check me out.
this boy's bread. I seen this pet. This boy's bread.
Check me out. And you look
This
in there,
boy's
you see
bread.
greasy
okay.
right there.
So you gotta share. If you could share, you could share your screen.
I don't know how to do all that.
That way you could just flip through the pad. Cause I don't know what to flip through.
But
I
click
don't
on
know.
Kodiak.
I
Click on
don't know
Kodiak.
what dogs
Click
is
on
what to
Click on
highlight
Kodiak.
or
press
nothing.
wild side, tough enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Click on that wild side.
Now this wild side shit back here.
Yeah, I want to see what that is. I want to see if that's some Nidgerino.
That's that Gus.
That's that Gus and that's that Elon Kennel stuff. Elon Kennel Cowboy.
Oh, okay.
Gus was a good dog.
Mountain Man Bandit.
Gus was
Okay.
a good ass dog, bro.
Yeah, Gus was good.
That's some Jeep in
Yeah.
there.
Outlaw in
Got a
there.
lot of
Yeah,
that
Jeep
beeline
is
in
Jeep.
there. I fuck with that beeline shit.
Gus came down through Jeep. So they
Mhm.
brought that cowboy back to the cowboy, which is all that Jeep, and bred it to an outlaw cross.
Okay.
He a honey bunch. That's a honey bunch dog.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Gus, shit. It's a lot of old blood in there. They've been preserving it though. Like I said, if you're preserving that old good shit,
Click on
Achilles,
Manumbo.
dog, that motherfucker's
Yeah,
bred like
that's
a motherfucker. He's
that
bred.
McCollum, baby. Spanky, that's the one that stopped Simba on all fours. You know what I'm saying? I just don't put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
He said on all fours.
Yeah.
That we hunt. That I always like this one. That was a good looking dog right there.
That's honey
Bred
bun.
like a motherfucker, man. Mauler. They got a dog like this. He was probably mauling shit. Man, this got some old blood, boy. Corvinos.
Be quiet, man.
You know, Ferguson Centipede. You know what this is, man.
Already.
You know what this shit is. That's how all the dogs be related through that shit right there. Old family.
Hell yeah.
Old family line goes deep, deep in the dogs.
Is that one of the oldest ones? Would you say? Like that's around still?
Still around? Nah, Kobe's
That dog
still
ain't
around.
around. All these dogs been gone.
No, I ain't talking about them dog. I'm talking about like the old family red nose line. Like, is that one of the oldest? Would you say that's one of the oldest ones that's still around? Like one of them, not the oldest, but one of them.
I
Yeah.
mean, you
Well,
know,
Kobe's
there's
still
there's
that
politics
came
behind
from
all that
Kobe and
shit.
stuff. Yeah.
I don't even know if you could really trace that shit all the way back to the original old family without there being like controversy. Like, so I wouldn't. That's over my pay grade right there. I'm gonna leave that at that. Kramer, man, what you gonna do, man? Come on now. Come on, man. What's the peg? Let's put something on top of that. Hey, nah, hey, Kane Corso, hey, NWA. Hey, it's promotional time. We gotta get these magazine sales up. We gotta get the magazine sales up.
100.
We gotta get these live streams up. You know, it's the holidays. Everybody, you know, moving and grooving, trying to dip in and out of that mall.
Shit, if the TV still on, shit, why Buck ain't? Why Buck be on? You know what I mean? We got it.
Yeah, nah, we on. We on.
Shit,
We
the
working.
TV. You can turn the TV on Christmas, so that tell you what people
Man,
working.
we working. If we got time, we're gonna try to get up
Hey,
on Christmas, some reruns or something.
click on that Kodiak dog.
Okay, hold up.
Armanembo. He double. Oh, Wrangler was double on those. On Kodiak.
It should work, NWA. It should work. Schoolboy.
Back
Schoolboy.
in the saddle.
Back in the
Yes,
saddle.
sir. Hey,
I was
hey,
just
hey,
telling
Yeah,
look
we
him
here.
about
got.
that
Yeah,
old
you
rap,
right on time.
man.
All right.
I was just showing him some old Randy McCollum stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Man, I had a lot of respect for him. You know, a sad story, but it's a nice story. I
Yeah.
went to Texas to judge a fun show, and he wanted to meet me because we had never met, and he had cancer, right?
Right.
So I'm there. He was too sick to go, but his partner or his friend or something come up and made sure that Randy was gonna. He wanted to be there, but he couldn't. He was too sick, so he sent his friend just to nothing more to explain that to me, And
Right.
I just had more respect for him for that. And sadly, he passed away after that. But man, he had some good dogs. A lot of good dogs. He was a bulldog himself.
You talking about
Yeah.
McCullum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What was some of
Yeah.
the memorable dogs that you knew that he had?
He had that. What was his name? Rowdy. I forget
Rowdy.
his name. He was
Yeah,
six-time
Rowdy.
winner. Yeah,
Yeah.
Grand Champion Rowdy, six-time winner. He had Driller. Bobby Hall's Driller. He bought him, and then he beat champion Blackjack, not Crenshaw's, but a different Blackjack. And then he had an injured back leg, and they brought him out again, and he lost, but he didn't quit. But he had Driller, he had Rowdy, he had a bunch of them, man. If you research the old magazines, he's in there all over the place.
Can't forget about
And
Spanky. Rowdy all
Spanky,
over my pad too. That's the
is he?
niggerino stuff in there. Yeah, all over my
Yeah,
page.
yeah,
And then
yeah. He's
he
a good one.
all over the page. But that was the magic when he crossed that Rowdy to the Spanky.
There you go.
That's when the magic happened.
Yeah,
For me, anyway.
yeah. That was good. He's consistent. He always had dogs, always
Yeah.
in the mix. Beat some good guys.
Pinalera is real tight with him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good people, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like you putting me on that Pinalero stuff, like I'm learning about that shit through you.
Oh yeah, man. Candelario, excellent person, let alone a dog man, man. He know what he doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm glad he's keeping it going. I'm glad you're keeping it going. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
needs to be preserved.
No, well, back when Randy started doing the banjo stuff crossed in and the BB Red and all of that uh into his blood. That's what got Greasy. That's what made Greasy when he crossed into that Nitro dog from DSK. Uh
Okay. Yeah.
that was right off of Grand Champion. Nitro was off of Grand Champion Tina. And then
Mm,
he had his Rowdy and his Spanky cross, and then he crossed that to that, and that's where Champion Greasy came from.
right.
Champion he lost he didn't quit. He picked him up on his fourth one, but
Yeah.
Right.
Did the DSK stuff? Was that the Cochise stuff?
yeah, the Cochise DS. So I'm
Hmm.
just I'm just copying the past legend.
Yeah.
I just
Richard
brought in
Ramirez was off Cochise, huh?
Richard Ramirez, yeah,
Yeah.
down down through the Cochise stuff.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He was a good
He
one
was a
too.
good one. Yeah. And then that sloppy Joe stuff. And when they crossed it to that truck stuff, that El Diablo Negro, that was something different.
Yeah. That Richard Ramirez, he beat the. It was a champion he beat for his last match, and his leg was fucked up or his pads was fucked up. He still won.
Yeah.
You know. But he is a good one, man. Ain't nobody saying nothing bad about that dog.
Uh-oh. NWA King Corson with the magazine purchase. Appreciate the support, my brother.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I make a move. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose.
Man, appreciate you, my
Yeah.
brother.
Much love,
For the
NWA.
support, man. Appreciate it, man. Keeping it going.
That's
Say,
a good man. What's
let's,
happening, Joe?
Now he's been working. His channel been growing. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that he had different aspects on there
Hmm.
of everything.
Yeah, I've been on there. We even had a game file guy. You know, that was cool. We
William
did a
Thorpe
show
ordered
with the
his.
game file.
Hold up. They've been
I'm
in there. Hold up.
gonna go check him out.
Yeah,
Been
check.
getting in.
Hey, fellas, but I got a sky. I'm over here at the girl family house. And
Oh yeah, nah, get it in, man. Enjoy
All
that
right, brother.
that
Hey,
Christmas
yeah,
and
y'all
all of that.
get it in. Champito ready? They say he
There you
ready.
go.
Yeah, I'm saying. All right, I got
All right,
y'all.
brother.
Much love.
Take care.
Let me see. Hold up. Grizzly with the magazine purchase. Appreciate you, my brother.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I make a move. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose.
And William Torres with the magazine purchase. Appreciate you, my brother.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I make a move. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose.
Hold up. Big Bang Hank. Murdy with the magazine purchase. Appreciate you, my brother.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I make a move. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose.
Hey, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Big Bang Hank, what up?
What it do? Where Borderland go?
Oh, he jumped off.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Mert
Okay.
Dog, appreciate you, Mert Dog. Appreciate you. That was you. That last one. That was you, man. Appreciate the support. You know, I'm gonna get these mailed out. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Just enjoy it. Just know that it's gonna be more to come, and know that you're a part of this. You know, you're very much so a huge part of this, and use this platform, use your voice, and you know, to your advantage. He said, "Got my 2-year-old singing that song." Hey, for real, man, that's catchy. Never knew, man. Never knew we'd do numbers like this. You know, just gonna keep working. It's a daily routine. Uh-oh. There go the kid.
I thought
Yeah,
he was
you
ready.
definitely got to get his appearances before the show, because you definitely got to be a fan favorite out here, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, his lineage runs deep, you know. He's a grandson of Michael Myers. Shit, Marisol's a granddaughter of Michael Myers, you know. Shit, you know. And you see how good that bitch look. That bitch look amazing. How much you think he weigh now, Bank?
He probably about 50 something, about 54, 55.
Damn, that big?
He's huge, man.
Dang.
He's huge. You see the pictures, like how that motherfucker stand. He done buffed up. He all muscle too.
It looks good.
Man, it ain't no joke, huh? I see.
Yeah, that's a solid ass dog.
Youngster though. He only 9 months.
Yeah.
He a
9
youngster.
months, 54 pounds.
Yeah, I said
He a
easily. I'm
youngster.
gonna get the direct weight. I'm gonna take him, get him weighed. I gotta get me one of them scales, hand scales or something. But easily, you know what I'm saying? I got a 50-pound dumbbell, and he's heavier than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that boy. You get some big ones every now and then. His mama's big. Trap Dog, she's a big old bitch. Iceman, he's small, but he had a big brother. Super Mayday was a big dog. You know, you gonna get some big dogs. Yellow Page, she throw big dogs. You know, so I wouldn't be surprised, dog. You know, and then Trap Dog, that bitch was big. You know, she came out big. That bitch for a bitch she probably sit at 55 pounds. You know, right now, you know, she'll probably be mid 40s or mid to upper 40s if she was conditioned all the way down. You know, she a big bitch. You ain't playing. Yeah, them dogs got some weight on them. Then you get some smaller ones, you know, depending on what it is. Like I said, Iceman, he's a little motherfucker. You know, he's under 35 pounds. You know, he's a little dog. Yeah, that boy's looking good, man. He's looking like he's happy. He's developing just nice. He doesn't have too much bone on him. That's what I like. Because sometimes you got to go exaggerated features with these dogs. You got to get extra bone to compensate for things that you may lose or some shit that your dog don't got. But he don't have too much bone, but he's good structure, man. Good muscle. I definitely could see the genetic advantages that these dogs got. You know, they just look, they pop out on motherfuckers just a little bit different. They're a little bit better athletes. You know, these dogs, you know, just from an athletic standpoint, you know, they They athletes, extreme drive with the dogs. They love to play. They love this shit. As long as you don't ignore them, they'll be good dogs. Like, you'll love them. They'll be a good dog, but if you ignore them, shit, they're just gonna go fucking crazy, and probably be some shit that, you probably don't want. But if you pay attention to them, them dogs they're like, I ain't gonna say they're like human. That sounds like a tree hugger. But you'll be surprised how smart they are, man. They know you. These dogs are smart, man. Intelligent bloodline.
He want a snack after running that meal. He ready for a snack.
Yeah, he looked about 50 though. I mean, it's hard to tell from here. You can't tell on the video.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a good shot. Hold on.
If I had to guess, I'll say anywhere from like 47 to fucking 53. He's in there somewhere. Hold up. Let me see. Hold up. Okay, we're getting it in. We got Walnut, PA. Walnut, PA.
PA in the house.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I make it move. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose.
Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. Eddie with the purchase.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I make it move. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose.
Yes, sir. Hey, get that mag. Don't sleep. Don't wait till volume 2 to come out, before you grab this one. You got to grab them all. It's a collector. It's a collector's edition. Yeah, now I could tell he got some size on him. He's eating good. You could tell his coat is shiny. He's not dusty. I can't stand those dusty dogs, bro. I don't understand how dudes think that a dusty dog is good. It's not.
Yeah, you're healthy. You have a good immune system too. You dusty, you generally don't.
What are you looking for when you're judging, schoolboy? Because you've been in that ring. Out of all of us, you're the only one on the panel that's an actual judge at these shows. Yeah. So what are you looking for?
Proportion and symmetry. And it doesn't matter the bloodline. Like this dog, he's evenly built. That's what I call it. Head not too big for his body not too big or too small for his head. He's a lot of times that blood, if I'm correct on the blood, they're longer bodied, but he's not short. He got leg under him.
So he looked good. If anybody's seen that video? When the dogs look like he's developing some type of rickets or something with his legs and stuff.
Yeah.
How the paw might be bent or he might be sitting not straight up.
Yeah.
How big is that when it comes to judging?
And it's a major fault.
That's major, huh?
Yeah, because it's a health issue. And it's easily remedied. But at some point, if you don't remedy it, they're going to stay like that. Or the damage is already done, right? Their structure's already finished. And all it is a lack of calcium and vitamin D.
Right.
That's all it is. And you get that a lot, even if you're giving them a good diet. Sometimes you can still develop rickets because they don't get no sunlight. That's where they
Right.
get most of the vitamin D from. So if you got them down in the basement or you got them in a kennel that's covered, don't get much sun in it, you're going to develop rickets. And like I said, it's a simple remedy, man. But if you ain't accustomed to it, you don't know what it looks like, you might think, oh, that's just the way the dog's built. No. But they walk funny, they stand funny, like you said, their feet turn in, they wobble when they walk, or miss a step because they don't have enough calcium in their bone. So it's one of the ailments that's simple to fix. But again, if you don't know, and that's a good point, because a lot of this stuff with canines, you can research a lot of things and do your preventative maintenance where you don't have that problem. But if you give them a good all around diet and you take them out and about, they're outside enough, you won't have a problem. And even rickets, it's kind of rare. It's not like prevalent all over the place. It's more individual. I don't even think that you can pass it genetically. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't think so. Because it's the condition that causes rickets. It's not so much a genetic fault.
Right.
And like you said earlier, one of the things, shiny coat, they're supposed to have a shiny coat.
So that's
And
huge.
it's easier to see it in the sunlight because their coat will glisten. No matter what color the dog is, even if it's a black dog, brindle dog, whatever it is, a light colored dog, a fawn or a blonde buckskin,
So
you
two
can see
dogs, everything shaped the same. You're gonna give the edge to the guy with the shinier coat.
it could be that, yeah. It could be one has let's say they're both pretty much equal. Now it comes down to little finite things. So it could be shinier coat. It could be one's in better condition. It could be one has all his teeth, the other one's got chipped teeth.
Look at Sexy
Y'all
Red.
talking
She's
about
beautiful.
y'all talking about confirmation.
Hey, Sexy
Yeah,
Red's
confirmation.
beautiful too.
I can tell you what happened to me at my last show when I got at the A.P.B.T show in North Carolina.
Yeah,
I got second place, and it came down to that dog had the one that ended up getting first place because basically he couldn't pick, so he had to go through. He pulled out the actual chart of like all the stuff that you would take a point away for. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And I lost 1 point for my for the tail being curled, like,
right.
and that one had a straight tail. So he got first place because he had a straight tail. I got second place because my tail.
Yeah,
What they called it? I forgot. Monkey tail. I think
yeah,
they call it monkey tail. Yeah.
yeah. Did it curve up towards his back?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
That's why I
Yep.
came in second place. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't need no chart for that, but that would be an example of just by 1 point,
Uh-huh.
one small difference.
Uh-huh.
It could even be something, one ear perks up and the other one flops down, something like that, But it's only when they're real close, and then sometimes if they both of them got everything, it's just the personal preference of the judge. It could be he likes black dogs more than red dogs.
Uh-huh.
They built the same, they look the same, or they fit the standard the same.
Yep.
Yeah, them doing. Hey, good job with them, man. That's what we like to see. Dogs just
Yeah,
happy. Ain't nobody doing nothing
healthy,
illegal with the dogs.
so,
This is all we want to do.
socialized,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
timid,
Yeah.
confident.
No anxiety, the dog
Yeah,
running around
yeah,
tearing stuff up
yeah.
and just
That's the first
well-mannered,
thing I look
behaved
at.
dogs. living with a
That's the first thing I
family.
look at when they come in the ring. You know, how does the dog act? How does he walk? How does he move? How's he acting? How is his vision? You know, what is he looking at? Does he look sad, happy? Is he excited? Is he showing spirit, so to speak, like that? And a lot of times I have my picks just from that first walkout, and I still go through the process in case I miss something of judging each dog. But a lot of time you see it right off the bat, or you see 2 or 3, and you go, well, these are going to be the first, second, and third. One of them is going to be first, the other one's going to be second, the other one's going to be third. But
Can you
now
tell
the way things,
somebody that haven't really walked their dog from somebody that
yeah,
probably watched
yeah,
their dog a lot?
yeah, yeah, of course. And I can tell if they starved the dog down or dried the dog out, didn't do it natural with exercise. They just basically starved them to lose weight. That's where that coat comes in, because they'll look raspy.
Hey, you guys getting the tips? You guys getting the tips how to sharpen up your
Yeah,
edge?
yeah.
Sharpen
Now
up your
in
edge.
recent times, to that point, this is what I like: is people are spending more time exercising and conditioning their dogs, and better feed, better understanding of nutrition. So it makes for better competition. That's what makes it close.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
like I mentioned, I think I mentioned it here before. Them girls are on point, man. Them girls get down. They mess with their dogs a lot. You know.
You said the females?
Yeah, women.
Yeah, I lost to a woman twice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They do it.
And
Yeah,
she
I
was the
think it has to
UK.
do with the.
Her dog was my bad. Go ahead.
You, no, go ahead. UKC.
Yeah, she was the UKC champ. That dog that I lost to,
Yeah.
um, um, it was a UKC champion and the ADBA champion, ADBA
Hmm.
champion. And
There
that
you go.
dog, it was big as hell. That dog was big. I ain't gonna lie. When I was there, I was like, man, hell no. But everybody felt like that. But
Yeah,
now, when I look back at the pictures and stuff like that, I was like, damn, that was a nice ass dog. I,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
that was a
yeah,
nice ass dog. But yeah,
yeah,
that was a female.
yeah. Well, the good thing is it wasn't biased, because you have ADBA, you have APDR, and you have UKC judges putting her in the top spot. So it's not like someone was biased towards her or whatever. She's been judged in different venues and won under different judges for different organizations. So at least there's that.
Yes, sir.
Hey, from what you could see, schoolboy, how did they look? What I need to do on them? You was in the room.
Nothing. Just what'll happen is he'll continue to improve in structure and fitness and muscle tone as he gets older. He's just young. If that dog's 9 months old, he's gonna uh, develop into a better adult dog, which is why when it comes to like best to show, generally it's a male that wins, because they take each dog from each class, first place winner, and then you pick a best in show. So it's going to include pups, it's going to include females, it's going to include different age brackets. So the ones that win generally best to show are males in the 2 to 5 year range, just because how they develop. They have, even a little female looks good. The male has more muscle tone because he's a male.
Yeah.
And has that maturity over young dogs and pups. I know pups have been given best in show. That I couldn't see myself doing that because they're not fully developed.
Yeah.
So when you judge a pup, you judge it as a pup. And when you put a pup against an adult dog, being that the pup isn't fully developed, it's hard for me to give that pup best in show over a fully developed dog. and a little less harder, but still a female over a male. She just has to be outstanding, which it's happened. But that's the, I don't know if you want to call that male chauvinism or, but in nature, you know, you have your hierarchy dominant males and like that. You can look at a pack of wolves, and even that you can see which one's a male and which one's a female, even if you don't see their genitalia, just by the structure. If you're just looking at a bunch of, you know, with lions, it's a lot easier, except for one a band of lions. They don't have a big mane, but with lions, you know, the male has a big old mane. But with dogs, it look, you know, built the same, look the same. You can still, from a distance, even tell, oh, that's a male. That's a male wolf compared to a female.
Yeah.
Hey,
Uh,
schoolboy.
hmm?
At the pig picking, I won best in show with a puppy.
Yeah, like I said, it happens. It happens. You can do that. And for pups at certain ages, you know, if they're picking that pup best in show,
He was 11 months though.
oh
Wait, I think.
yeah, still 11. They have to look at it like for that age, 11 months, 9 months, even a year old. He's at the perfect development for his age. So that's how you would give a younger dog over an older dog, you know, a pup over an older dog. Because the judge knows the age brackets, you know, they know the age classes. So he or she would have had to look at it and say, for an 11-month-old pup, it don't get no better.
Mm.
If I was going to do it, that's how I would do it. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I make a move. I'm tryna win. Ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win. Ain't tryna lose.
Supreme Excellence with the magazine purchase. Appreciate you, my brother. Hey, getting it in, man. We getting it in, man. That's what it takes, though. Everybody just coming together, and you know, let's get it going. I'm ready to get it going. I got a lot of energy left. You know, I feel better than I ever felt in my life. You know, I'm ready for that heavyweight bout.
You know, you get to where you come to a point where, you know, you have a purpose, you have some direction. Not saying that you didn't before, but when it's something that you really love to do, it just ups your game, man. Like me, I really love what I'm doing. I figure out a way to make it work. And when you get to that point, it's, you know, shit that used to bother you, it really don't bother you so much because you concentrated on this over here. You can deal with some of the negative shit that comes along, but it don't knock you down like it used to, or it's not a big deal. Sometimes it seems almost petty. Like, you know, it ain't even worth my time worrying about it because I got this going on and I got to put this out and I got to collect all this information. Your mind's going to start moving forward. Well, after I do this, then I'm going to do this. And I got this idea and I'm going to do that, blah, blah, blah. It becomes never ending. Now that can be overwhelming if you don't have direction. But if you know where you're going, it's just all gravy then. Same thing with the dogs. If you look at the progress of the dog or the improvement or the, you know, throughout the years, they just keep getting better and better, which they have to, or else you get stagnant. You know, you get stale with them. And that comes with breeding, comes with nutrition, comes with exercise, conditioning.
So, do you think it's a you know, because people like to say, I'd say this, that the dogs get better. Is that true?
I've said it like this. It's true with individual people. because it has to be. Because you
Right.
hear all this negative shit, you know, oh, they don't take care of their dog and they just full of shit. And this guy, the dogs ain't healthy and this and that. Okay. That's not someone who has a vision of where he wants his family of dogs to go. But individually, and individually means it could be a ton of people where they're going to improve. And the competition makes it that way, whether it's legal sport, whether it's confirmation, whether it's hunting, whatever it is. You want to develop a family of dogs with whatever you're doing with them that gets better and better. And a lot of times, you know, the better is you have increased numbers where you get more and more of them that are working out and less of them that are cold. That's improvement. That's evolution. And it's not evolution in the sense if some people believe, you know, in evolution, but it's like macro evolution within a species itself.
So you think the individual's yard gets better more than the actual
Yeah,
animals?
right. Because, I mean, you can only, if we're speaking in the past, for example, that's the best way I can describe it.
That make a
You
lot
can
of
only
sense.
bite so hard. You're only so fast. You're only so strong. The increments of those are minute. Like you're not going to improve a dog's biting ability 100%, maybe 5%. And if you increase it 5% within your whole family of dogs, you've got a bunch of dogs that are biting harder than they used to. So that's what I mean individual. The yard, how you set up, how you feed. There's always new stuff coming out. If science can help you, use that. Read old information on animal husbandry and then read new stuff, because some of the old stuff is going to be valid today, some of it's not. And the new stuff, you can incorporate that.
Can I add something to it?
Yeah.
Like what you were saying about the competition, like as far as like if something like a weight pool or like a treadmill race, if there's like a something like a world record, right?
Yeah.
If it constantly keep getting broken, like if that record keep getting broken, you know what I'm saying? Then that tells that's a testament to what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
yeah.
It's like that. Exactly. That's the improvement.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a female named Antara, and she was a world-class wall climber. The dude, real nice guy, real nice female. I judged during confirmation in Mexico. He used to take her all over the place, different countries. She had the record for wall climb. That record has been broken.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean incrementally, I don't know how high she jumped, but let's say she jumped 4 meters, whatever it was. So the improvement is, let's say, just as a number, 10 feet to make it simple, 10 foot high. Well, the one that's going to break her record is going to jump 10 feet 1 inch. And then someone's going to be 10 foot 5 inch. And then as they improve the fitness and the technique of the wall climb or the technique of the weight pull, now you're jumping 11 feet. But you're not going to have a dog to be able to jump 30 feet, I don't think. So the improvement is incremental that way, but it's still improvement. It's just like, track and field.
Mm-hmm.
The improvement came not just with nutrition and health and some speed and technique, but it also improved because of the way that they ran the 100-meter dash. Or it changed because how you do the high jump. Before, the high jump was just you jump with your feet front forward. Now they jump and they throw their back over it. So that's where technique can improve and record can be broken. But if you ain't trying to break records, then the whole sport is going to get stagnant. So if a dog levels off at a certain, he's a world record holder jump, but wall climb dog, and to improve on that, he has to travel different areas under different conditions, different weather, and compete at that same high level. So now he has first place trophies, championship trophies, grand champ, whatever it is, as a wall climber all over the world, per se, like Antada did. So he wasn't satisfied just in Mexico. This dude went everywhere. That's improvement. It's kind of like a fighter, world championship fighter. If he fights in Las Vegas all the time, that's impressive. But if he can fight in Las Vegas, and he can fight in New York, and he can fight in Europe, and he goes to Japan, and he fights in Mexico, that's improvement. Because there's a lot of factors involved in it. Could be a weather that you're not used to. It could be you coming from the humidity to the cold, or the cold to the heat, and you still are able to compete at that high level because of the nutrition, conditioning, and technique.
Man, this is some good. It's a good ass conversation. It's like what you saying right now, coming from a person like you, and like how much people respect what you say. Like that need to be heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Because it's a lot.
And back in the day, I got the same concept where I started thinking the same way when you travel all over the place. And I saw dogs here and I seen them there. Because if you don't have that experience, you get to where you think, or it gets to where all you know is what's happening in your area, even if it's your state or your side of the country. So I had to go to Michigan, Ohio, North Carolina, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, all these different places, including Mexico, including Central America, Panama, Honduras, Europe, England, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and that way you can compare this one and that one. You could you could hold all the records at your school, in your high school or whatever it is, in county, but you go outside of that and your record ain't shit.
Right.
Because there's people other way that are already broken that, even though you're a championship level athlete in your area.
Mm-hmm.
And one way to come to deal with that, let's say you can't do it yourself. You don't have the money, or you don't have the time, or whatever. You can send your dogs to someone. So I didn't travel with my dogs everywhere, but I sent my dogs to a lot of different places, and they were able to compete at a high level in other people's hands. So I sent dogs to different parts of California. I sent them to Baja, Mexico. I sent them to Texas, New York, Delaware, the Philippines, Korea, Guam, like that. How do they do? In other people's hands. They still were able to compete, make champion, and all that stuff at different levels. So there's different ways to go about it. It's kind of like some people, let's say you're a good handler in the show ring. Some people will have you show their dog for them because you're expert at it. Or they'll send you the dog, or you come and pick it up. They can't do it themselves. They don't have the time, the money, whatever. But your dog gets exposed to other people by them doing the function. That happens quite often too. Some people just know how to show dogs, they just good at it.
Showmanship.
Salute
Native Gold. Native Gold, he's a good one. Hey, Vendetta with the magazine purchase. Diggy Foster with the super chats. Hey man, appreciate y'all.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I made a move. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose. I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I made a move. I'm tryna win, ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win.
appreciate y'all, man, for all the support. Appreciate all the support. We're gonna make sure we get those out of here. I'll probably mail those ones a day after Christmas.
Salute DGK Bulldogs too, man. I seen you in the chat. Salute.
Yes. Sexy Red, Raiden. Hey, them is some beautiful dogs, man.
Those is litter mates.
Yeah, them is litter mates.
Oh man, that was a good ass breeding.
Those
Damn.
guys, man, that whole litter, man, that shit. The one brother, he ain't on here right now. I ain't seen him in a minute. He got one on the East Coast. And then yeah, man, that was a good litter though. That was.
That was up, man. Yeah, that's some good shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Anybody got what you guys got some holiday plans?
Yeah, man, I'm going to my aunt's house. You know what I mean? Good eating, good food, good fellowship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's best the same thing every Christmas.
Family. Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him on the last stream, go get one of them little gifts or something from Ross or something and wrap it up for a little kid or something,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, a little kid be feeling good when he get a little gift, man,
Yeah.
That might be your little
Yeah,
nephew or something or anything,
yeah.
if you got
Yeah.
somebody
I
else.
get more.
It don't
I
cost
get more
much just to
pleasure.
get.
Yeah, I get more pleasure out of that than getting a gift myself. I love to see their face light up.
Facts. That's true.
And my uncle bought me one pair of shoes, man. I think it was my 10th birthday. I still remember that. That was my first pair of
Yeah,
Jordans. I was 10 years old.
like that, dude. You ain't never gonna forget.
I'll never forget. And what that was like $74 back then. I mean, that was a lot, but
Have you ever got
that
pranked on Christmas?
$74, that memory, I remember that forever.
Yeah.
You ever got pranked on Christmas?
Prank, nah.
By your mom?
Nah.
My family had pranked me, man. Like, bro, they gave me gave me I can't even remember what it was. It was something like very, very small. Like it wasn't nothing. Like, but not saying everybody should be. You supposed to be grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to see if I guess they were testing to see if I was gonna be grateful. You feel me? I was
Yeah.
Oh,
disappointed.
yeah, that kind of prank. I got.
Yeah. Like that. Like that happened to me one
My
time.
cousin did her daughter like that. She
I
literally put some coal in a present.
Oh
Put
no,
some
it wasn't like
coal
that.
in
It was like some
it.
playing. It was like a deck of cards. Like mine was like a deck of cards or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, like something like
Well,
that.
see, you never forgot that either.
Yeah, exactly. I was a little kid, like
Yeah,
around like that same age. Yeah, it's like 10. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cold though. But
Yeah.
hey,
I don't
the
fuck with
kid
kids.
gotta know that it's not about them. End
Yeah.
of the day, Christmas is not about you, and not all about who gets gifts, and you can't measure the Christmas off of how many gifts you got.
Right. That was the lesson. Because like I ended up. I mean, after they all like started laughing at me and everything, cause like I said thank you and everything, but I ain't look like happy and you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't look happy like that. Then everybody just started laughing, and they pulled out the real gifts. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I still remember that. That shit crazy.
Yeah, getting it
Yeah, man.
in.
But all right, fellas, man. Happy holiday to y'all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, man.
Hey
Happy
man, that's a
holidays.
good time. That's a good time. We've been up here for a minute. Man. Appreciate you brothers for pulling up.
Yes,
You
sir.
Yeah,
know,
good show. Good
Yes,
show.
gonna
sir.
try to
Thanks
keep
for
the
having
show.
me on again.
Yeah, we're gonna try to keep it productive. Keep it
Always.
on the productive note. Appreciate you though, schoolboy.
Anytime, brother.
I appreciate it.
I'm out. I'm out.
Peace.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Hey, get your magazine. Text me. You need that info. I'll send you that link. You can hit that Cash App. You know, we can get it in. Appreciate everybody that purchased today while we was on this live stream. You know, we're going to pull back up. We're going to pull up on Christmas. I'll find an hour. You know, I might just do it early. You know, me, I'll get up early. You know, people up early. Like I said, I'm on the West Coast. So on the East Coast, the day is going. So, and just because it's Christmas, that don't mean you don't got to feed the dog. So guess what? We will meet again. You know, appreciate all the support. And everybody enjoy family. That's what Christmas is about. You know, enjoying family, those family ties. Last year coming home, I was able to spend Christmas with the family, with my grandma. I took a picture with her. That was around Christmas time or Thanksgiving. I think it was Thanksgiving. And I saw her this Thanksgiving, but who would have knew, you know, I wouldn't see her the next Christmas after that. So cherish the loved ones that you got, hug them, you know, and let's get to the bag. Let's get to the bag, you know, open up them avenues. You know, it's out there for you. It's out there. This has always been a blessed community. Some of the best people, some of the most professional people come from the A.P.B.T community, believe it or not. Get the magazine. Like I said, you could text me. That's the easiest. That's the drop. You know, that's the easiest. Just shoot me a text. You need information about the magazine. And I'm gonna be sure to get you that. You dig? It's Buck City. I'm out.
Move too flip too fast. Ain't no such thing too fast. Move too fast, live too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast.
Money's always on my mind, so I'ma get it. And if it makes sense, then you know I'm down with it. Cause people say I drive too fast, too fast, live too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast. I got it coming in like Usain Bolt. You want that dope? You gon' get what you pay for. Telling me I move fast, but I think you move slow. Time waits for no man. Gotta get that new dough. Just dropped off the last batch. I got a new loaf. Had to double back cause he called and needed 2 more. Maybe I be driving too fast for that guap. Coming in too fast. I pray it don't stop. Cause I was on the bottom, gotta climb to the top. Used to rock hand-me-downs, now I'm handy on the block. I came up off the rock like Sean. I'm a whole lobster, y'all prawns. You fucking with a king, y'all pawns. And for that 25, you get that Barry Bonds. Cause people say I drive too fast, too fast, live too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast. Money's always on my mind, so I'ma get it. And if it makes sense, then you know I'm down with it. Cause people say I drive too fast, move too fast, live too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast. I got it coming in like Usain Bolt. You want that dope? You gon' get what you pay for. Hey, move, bitch. Get up out my way like Luda. Carpool lane by myself for the Gouda. One twitch, you could get black by a shooter. Real fast, come up in your house like an intruder. Drive 110 in the 60. Hand over that money first, you ain't about to jit me. Gotta keep that blick on my lap cause it get tricky. Keep both eyes open in these streets cause it get iffy. I need them blue avatars. Nigga, what you travel for? I was moving fast, shopping in that travel lodge. Or that days in, waiting till them days in. I'm blessed I made it this far, this shit's amazing. But people say I drive too fast, move too fast, live too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast. Money's always on my mind, so I'ma get it. And if it makes sense, then you know I'm down with it. Cause people say I drive too fast, move too fast, live too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast. I got it coming in like Usain Bolt. You want that dope? You gon' get what you pay for.
Drive too fast, move too fast, live too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast.
millies, so I'm taking all these risks. Try to holler at your bitch, but she wasn't talking shit. Try to do it right, but it just wasn't making sense. Gotta hustle every day, cause I gotta pay this rent. I'm trying to get these millies, so I'm taking all these risks. Try to holler at your bitch, but she wasn't talking shit. Try to do it right, but it just wasn't making sense. Gotta hustle every day, cause I gotta pay this rent. Wake up, go get it, handle your business. You can work an under 5, it ain't no difference. I keep trying, if I lose, man, I'm so different. The Lord wired me different, man, I'm so gifted. I got knocked on my ass and I tried again. I had to pull a couple strings like a violin. I got little discouraged, but I tried again. They don't support what you doing, they are not your friends. I'm just keeping it real, on that honest, keep it a buck. Man, you gotta keep faith even when you down on your luck. Bad transmission, going nowhere, I was stuck. I had to bounce back just like crack, whipping it up. I'm trying to get these millies, so I'm taking all these risks. Try to holler at your bitch, but she wasn't talking shit. Try to do it right, but it just wasn't making sense. Gotta hustle every day, cause I gotta pay this rent. I'm trying to get these millies, so I'm taking all these risks. Try to holler at your bitch, but she wasn't talking shit. Try to do it right, but it just wasn't making sense. Gotta hustle every day, cause I gotta pay this rent. I try to make money every minute, every second. Hungry for the money, had to come back for seconds. Just touched down with the pack, it's a blessing. Cause if the pack don't touch down, you'll be stressing. And I try to stay connected like Wi-Fi. Finesse you 2 times, but I ain't from mob ties. I'm so wrapped around this money like it's hog tide. I'ma keep chasing that till we all die. I'm trying to be the best that I can. I kept on going when I didn't think I can. Didn't think I could ever be a better man. I try, I swear I'm looking for a better plan. I'm trying to get these millies, so I'm taking all these risks. Try to holler at your bitch, but she wasn't talking shit. Try to do it right, but it just wasn't making sense. Gotta hustle every day, cause I gotta pay this rent. I'm trying to get these millies, so I'm taking all these risks. Try to holler at your bitch, but she wasn't talking shit. Try to do it right, but it just wasn't making sense. Gotta hustle every day, cause I gotta pay this rent. Gotta hustle every day, cause I gotta pay this rent.
15 hours one way to go get that puppy, man. He was 6 weeks old. And it's the thing, you know, a lot of times, like I say, some of them won't turn out, some of them may. But don't drag somebody's yard, man, because you want to, he got trash over there. You can't base a man's whole yard off of one puppy. That's
right.
Realistic.
Not even 2 or 3. Not even one litter.
No.
It's gotta be, you know, because because you're gonna get that no matter what. It's gonna happen to you if you breed dog. You can have some litters ain't gonna be that good. Some litter might not work out. You got some that are top shelf. Those are the ones you follow. But you can't get away from all this shit happen to you. It's gonna happen. It's just how dedicated are you? How honest are you? And do you want to stick with it? If you stick with it, I guarantee, because I ain't the smartest dude in the world, and I ain't the richest dude in the world, this and that. So my point is, if I can do it, anybody could do it. But not everybody has the same dedication.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing.
It's crazy. It's crazy you say that, because back to the I'm gonna always speak on, you know, my experience. Like I said, my friend had them 2 puppies when old head told me to go get the puppies. Well, 1 anyway. When I went over there, he gave me them 3. I wasn't expecting to go get 3 puppies. You get what I'm saying? I was expecting to go get 1. He gave me them 3. I took them 3, not even thinking about it, because I knew them ships were gonna get taken care of, well taken care of. And my friend, I want to say 2, 3. Nah, they were like 6, 7 months. He wound up selling his shit. He wound up selling one, and this one got away, and you know what I mean? And it used to be, I'm trying to look the right word, comforting to me, because every time old timer seen me with them dogs, because I used to be walking them shits, you know what I'm saying? So every time he see me with them shits, first thing, yo, man, that motherfucker look good. You know what I mean? All of them shits, like yo, them motherfuckers look good, man. That's why to this day, like he be on my ass, like, yo, bro, I got something for you. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, Cause like I said, I done built what I
Yeah.
got off the shit he gave me. Like you get what I'm saying?
Right.
My man had motherfucking a litter because I inbred them two 3 years ago. 10 puppies. I kept 3 of them shits, bro.
You got good track record with them. You know, that's
Man,
that relationship.
I sent them shits in. My cousin was helping me with the dogs when I was in Jersey. One of my peoples was helping me, you know what I mean? So I sent them shits in. Like I did my part, like, you know what I mean? So I stayed solid to the motherfuckers that, you know, put me in the game. And it's funny because me and my friends used to always argue, like, because he used to always be like, it's wintertime, so yo, he ain't bringing no hay over here, he ain't bringing no food. Da, da, da. I said, bro, I just got 3 puppies, bro, for free. You think I'm calling this man asking about some dog food, bro? Asking about some hay? Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he used to be on it like that, like, bro. Like, damn, he ain't sending me no money. I said, bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. If I got to go in there and make my dogs a pot of rice, my man, they gonna eat. Like, you bugging. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Well, let's backwards a little bit. We talking about the dog. If you can get on with no money, that, you know, those things right there, and because there are people in the community that they're not in it for the money and they just need to place a handful of them. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that somebody was able to throw you that lob and you didn't drop that ball, though, I think that's more important than anything.
That's right. That's right, Buck.
You could have dropped that ball, brother. You feel me? You could have fumbled that bundle, and that fucked it up for everybody.
Bro, I promise you, every time that man saw me with them dogs, yo, first thing out of his mouth, man, yo, that motherfucker look good, bro. I'm like, man, I don't fuck around, bro. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I got a family and everything, but you know, these dogs this is what I do type shit. Like, so I ain't even about to fuck around. Like, you know, I don't play that shit. That's why I said, I had my dogs in a situation where I'm in New Jersey, so shit tight up there where it's like, you know, and I had them right here over there, like, and me not actually going over there because I had somebody holding it down. I lost one of them shits, bro. I probably was in North Carolina like 3 months later, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I could get the space, man. I said, man, I ain't fucking around, bro. And that shit crushed me because she was her, like, she was the one, like, you feel me? So I'm like, man, you know what I mean? But like I said, when my man had the puppies, I sent everything in, man. Like, I did my part, like, to show motherfuckers how loyal I get, like, you know what I'm saying? Old time just bought some shit down here, actually, like a couple months ago and shit. That black shit I showed you. So, you know, that's why I said, I mean, and I started from basically nothing, because them shits was free. You get me?
Yeah. Let me see.
And out of respect, you want to do the best thing you can for that dog, man, and show that appreciation. That's the best thing you can do. You know, feed them right, raise them right, do all the things you need to do. Maybe something else later on. Like, oh, I think this worked well with what we got. You know what I mean? All kind of stuff
like that. Yep. Like that. But if you ruin the deal, don't blame the guy. Don't make it sound like, you know, I got a pup from him. I'm helping him out. You know, I cut his feed bill, help him with it. No, it ain't that. He did you a favor. Show your appreciation. Try and do it the right way.
That's why I said I was damn near begging Brody, man. Let me buy one of them pups, man. He like, oh, my aunt got one, and I said I would give her one, and I said, bro, whatever you want, I'm gonna buy it, bro. The minute that man said, matter of fact, man, it's a girl over there, you can grab her. Or matter of fact, it's a boy, you can either one you want. And I went over there, my man gave me all 3 of them shit, bro. I'm not about to even ask no questions. You hear me? Old time I knew I had all 3 of them. Actually came like 2 weeks later and got them, and probably a couple days actually, and got their shots because they took the whole litter to get the shots. Brung all 3 of them back. Now I thought they was gonna do some funny shit at that time, like then they about to probably take 2 of these shits. But the nigga brung all 3 of them shits back, boy. I said, oh, all right, say no more. Know what I mean? I'm not about to beg them, ask them for no money. I'm not about to hound them for this or nothing. I'm doing what I'm doing. Like, you feel me? I'm working. I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I said them shits was like 8 months, and my man wound up selling his shits or doing whatever he did, man. And then, like, to this day, like, and then my man, when I had them 10 puppies 3 years ago, because I still got my shits in the yard. But when I had them puppies, my man was damn near on my ass, like, yo, you gonna send me something? I'm like, boy, you so late aunt and uncle. Like, I ain't about to, you feel what I'm saying? I ain't seen you these shits. Be like, come on, bro, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on who you get the dog from too. They should have some type of reputation, and it matters. It matters who bred them, what they do with them, why they got them, how long they've been breeding them. If a breeder can't tell you the good and bad about his dog, he's not being honest. So it's a two-way street in that respect. You got to go to good people, and the way I did it back in the day was, I like certain styles of dogs. I like certain bloodlines. Who got it? Who doing good with it? And then I go to that person, and then we start doing things, get along. I've traveled over there. They come out here. Yeah. Oh yeah. I traveled 31 miles straight to Mexico, nonstop, and 31 miles back.
Mm-hmm.
Just to do some dog stuff. And I've been several times. Someone back east meets us halfway in Texas. We come out from the west, go to Texas just to trade dogs or drop something off. Spend a couple of hours, 15-hour drive, spend a couple of hours, eat, talk some shit, and see you later, and then go back home. It's amazing what people would do for these dogs. I traveled 4.5 hours just for a 5-minute roll.
I drove to North Carolina. It took me 2 days from Seattle, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
I picked up 5 dogs. I stayed there. I took 2 days to get there. We stayed 1 day. It took me 2 days to get back.
Like that. 5 days.
Yeah.
Just to get a couple of pups.
That's right.
All the way to the other side of the country.
And you don't think nothing about it. You ain't have 1 second thought about it.
Nah. Hell no.
Nah, hell no. I wanted that. Man, I plotted that. All I needed was a couple people to go with me. That's it.
Yeah.
Once I had that, we got the last person at the last minute.
Yeah, that's how I'm pulling out
on this road.
I'm pulling out just like that.
I'm on the side of the freeway waiting to do a breeding.
Yeah,
I was watching one of these shows, and
that's what I'm talking about. That's real bulldogging right there.
That's right.
Oh yeah, he in it.
Getting it in.
You know what I'm saying? Well, not this breeding for shift at work. We about to get this in, and I'm going back, go to sleep, and go to work in the morning.
That's right.
On the flip side, building your yard with little to nothing. On the flip side, it could be frustrating as shit. I don't know how my personality might come across with the people that I was around. Said it's a lot of competition, and I might come across as a dude that but maybe motherfucker might not want to help all the time. You know what I'm saying? And because I don't know, it was just kind of weird. It was frustrating. I really couldn't get the pieces that I really wanted, though. You know what I'm saying? It was like, or okay, they got a litter coming, so you waiting on the litter, then the litter get there, and then I don't have enough, or just like it'd be some bullshit sometimes, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And then my partner told me, he was like, man, if you want, you gotta buy what you want, bro. You got to buy what you want. He was in his bag at that time. So he was able to, get what the fuck he wanted and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of playing I did all this for y'all back then and shit. What's happening? That kind of role,
Well, you can do it that way too.
It didn't work out. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
When you got shit, it's easy to get shit. You know what I'm saying?
down.
So there might be
Yeah.
some type of initiation fee, you know, just to kind of
That's
get
right.
you in the dough. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I had one friend. He's a top dog guy too. He would, if he liked a certain person's dog, and they had a litter or 2 litters or whatever, and it could be more than one person, he'd buy 3 or 4 pups out of the litter, or he'd buy the whole litter. Because in his mind, he's thinking, if I buy 3 or 4 pups, one of them got to work out. If I buy the whole litter, 1 or 2 probably going to work out.
Right.
And he'd just go through them. But when you're starting out, you're going to go through a bunch of dogs, unless you just happen to, you know, someone like Bakary, you know, he landed with some good people, got some good dog right off the jump, top dogs. That doesn't happen all the time. Most of the time it don't. So you're going to go through a bunch of dogs.
A bunch
I went through several of them, and I ended up with 3. That was my foundation.
That's
And then
bunch of
another bitch we bred too. So 4. It wasn't mine, but it was bred similar to mine, real similar. But that's what I started out with, 3 dogs. It's not unusual. And then you build from there.
Well, I look at Buck's breedings. Buck's put some breeding dogs for quite a while. I've noticed that by looking at a lot of the pedigrees he's put up there. He's had some good dogs, but then he settled on something that he liked. You know, evidently probably gave him some consistency. You know what I mean? And it probably took him some time to get there. So, like Schoolboy said, everybody ain't gonna get it off the rip. I certainly did it, man. But man, you might go through 50 puppies to get one good one. I'm just keeping it a buck, man. Ain't no need in playing with this, man. That's just how it is.
Right.
You're right.
Man.
Now you can minimize maybe to 25 or 30, going to the right spot and hooking up with the right people. But you got to have patience, and it takes time, man. You got to do your due diligence when it comes to this, man. It ain't no overnight success type thing.
Yeah. And that's common, very common. You can go. In fact, Rastaman, everybody know who Rastaman is. He said he started with 40 dogs one time. By the time he went through them, he had 6 dogs left.
6.
That's it. But they were top dogs.
About right, though. I mean, what do you expect to
Exactly.
have 34 left? Like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So okay, so you only get rid of 6 out of 40.
But some people don't think that way, Buck. They don't think that way. They don't think with common sense. And they don't understand that there's examples of that happening across the board. It happened with Tudor, Hines, all these people we're talking about. Richard Stratton,
that's what it is.
Maurice Carter.
That's how you know that
everybody
dog
did
is
that.
good.
That's right.
Because you had 40 of them that wasn't. Or when you get this bloodline, and what I always say, like, yeah, it depends on the dog. Like, you're like, damn, why the fuck you always say that? Well, it does. It depends on the dog. I can't just point you in that direction and forget about those 7 or 8 of them that wasn't shit. You know? Okay, fuck it. We could talk about that. You can talk about that then. You know, I mean, that's what we're going. This topic is
where it paid off for me in the long run was where it paid off for me in the long run was when somebody I was connected with wanted to send me a dog. It was a grown dog ready to go. I didn't have to go through none of the stuff. If I want to look at them, I look at them, but sometimes I did. Most of the time I did, but it wasn't long. But that's the payoff. Now I got I don't have to raise a dog. I don't have to do this. And yeah, it's someone else's dog, but if they have the same kind of standards, you're okay. You know, and then you just use them. You could breed them if you want. You could use them. I used them mostly in competition. A couple of them I bred to them because I really liked them. And you know, so there's, like I said, there's all kinds of facets to it. But if you ain't dedicated and you ain't willing to accept losses or shit ain't gonna work out all the time, then you ain't gonna last. The average maybe is different now, but back in the day, the average time a person who got involved with a pit bull was 5 years. That was kind of the marker whether you're gonna stay or you're gonna get out, and a lot of people got out.
Yeah,
You just couldn't handle it.
He said it's hard to trash some shit you saved up an arm and a leg for.
Yeah. Well, there
Let's
again,
talk
there's that
about it.
mindset. There's that mindset. If you don't accept that is gonna happen, then you're gonna have to rethink. Because like I said, it happened to everybody. Money you could have bought a house with, man. You know, it just
All right,
that's the
y'all
way it
gotta
is.
go do this.
All
All right,
right,
brother. Good luck.
Yeah,
Good
man.
luck.
Salute to you, brother. Good luck.
For sure. We about to get it in. I'll hit back if y'all still on.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, I understand. That's why I say sometimes you make exceptions, man. You spent this money on this dog. Maybe you want to breed it. Maybe you don't even want to look at it. I'm talking back in the day. Take the chance. See how it works out for you. But once you've developed a family of dog, you have your foundation. You don't have to make a lot of excuses for them. Why am I going to breed a dog that has a hard mouth but quit when I have another one that has a hard mouth and didn't quit? You don't have to make excuses no more. No reason for that. It takes time to get to that point. But that's the way I looked at it. Oh, you did this. Oh, he did that. And maybe I'll try him later. No. His brother didn't quit. His brother can fight like hell. He's not the one. So I don't breed him. Let it go. It doesn't matter if they bred the same genes, same pedigree, that don't matter. That's to your point, Buck. The dog matters. Which ones are you using? Which ones are you keeping?
You don't want every dog to continue your bloodline.
Yeah, every dog ain't worth it. It ain't worth every dog. It can't happen that way. It just whether it's nature or whatever it is, it just don't happen that way.
Yeah, you got to be honest with yourself. Don't lie to
Yes,
yourself.
sir. Yeah. Save you some heartache in the long run. Maybe in the early part you're gonna have some heartache or disappointments, but in the long run you're gonna be sitting on tall cotton, as they used to say. Man, you're gonna be good.
That's right.
And you're gonna have a bunch of them. You're still gonna have the ones that don't work out. That's just a given. But you're gonna have more than a few that are, man, these are some nice dogs. I'm proud of them. They reflect what kind of breeder back in the day, what kind of competitor you were. This dude brings out some solid dogs every time. Win, lose, draw, whatever it is. You got some good dogs. And then people come look you up. You don't even have to hardly advertise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me see who's in the building. Stay blessed in the building. Snowman. Alex Grady in the building. Salute. Yeah, these subjects, man, people spend that bread. Hey. So do you guys believe in this? I can say it's an expensive ass dog that you're buying. Do you believe in a dog being purchased or just grabbing a dog just strictly for brood? Not a dog, a puppy. Not a dog, a puppy. Is that like, can we be off limit? Hey, I spent a lot of money. I spent, 2 racks or 2,500, like he said, Can I just say
there's that exception
or what?
Yeah, there's that exception. When you're starting out, you might be able to have to do that almost, I was never that way, but I understand people's thinking. They have that investment. But again, you're going to have investment no matter what.
My thing is that you got to, whatever you bring is going to be based on you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So if you got this ass backwards jump shot that keeps going in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like who's gonna say anything? Like,
well, I mean, I don't criticize people for what they do, and if they're successful at it, I have less of no criticism. Yeah. Who am I to say?
See, I think we micromanage.
That's their dog.
I think we micromanage a lot more now with the, with everybody being able to kind of guess what people are doing a little easier, with all the technology. Even though that went on,
and people put it out there. They show their hand, that's for sure, or at least they sound like they do. But for me, brood dog is every dog that I'm going to use. It doesn't, to me, it didn't matter if it was inbred, outcrossed, line bred, loose, whatever. That's the potential I saw in the dog. If it didn't work out, I wouldn't use it. If it did, it didn't matter if it was an outcrossed dog.
That's what I was always taught. I mean, I'm not a breeder, but I was always taught your brood dog is the dog you use. I mean, anything can happen with these dogs, but I don't know exact science to this, man. I just don't.
I think a brood dog is definitely like an honorable discharge. Like,
there you go.
I don't never think that's like a dog that's not performed or doesn't have the capabilities all the time. Where people kind of put that on there, like, okay, this dog is a brood dog because it's crap. It could be a brood dog. It lost all its teeth. That's all it's good for now.
I
you can't.
Bought her that too.
Well, in the past, that's what a brood dog was. If they said he's bred for breeding, there was something wrong with it. So it was a heavily inbred dog that had no ability or no whatever, or it was it's bred a certain way, so I'm gonna keep it for brood. Like, that's totally changed. It don't mean that no more. But see, we can't say all this stuff without having some facts to back it up, or some examples at least to show this is why we think the way we do. So when I say it didn't matter to me if it was inbred, outcrossed, or line bred, there's examples of all three being producers. And I said it before, Buck, I'll say it again here. If you look at the ROM list, most of the dogs on there were competition dogs, and they ain't inbred dogs. Just name a bloodline named after a dog, whether it's Boomerang, Zebo, Boleo, Mayday, Macho Buck, whatever it is, they're competition dogs. And most of them ain't inbred. And that's not to say an inbred dog can't produce. They do. That's a fact too. But throughout the history of the breed, whether it's Blackjack Jr. or Fly Panama and all them old dogs back in the day, Colby Pincher and all that, they ain't inbred dogs. Very few of them. Because the soul of the pit bull back in the day was competition. And that's what people looked at. And if that dog is a competition dog and came from competition dog, there's a good chance he could throw you competition dog. So if you look at it that way with any trait in the dog, that's what you should get. And if you don't get it, don't use it. But it's not like hit and miss, man. It's not where a dog has to be bred a certain way. And at the same time, you got a bunch of scatterbred dogs with no genealogy and no form in their breeding pattern or none of that. That ain't gonna work either. So it's just the whole breed was based on competition. That's my point. That's where it comes from. And in today's world, competition, get out there and do something with them. Run them treadmill races, and hog hunt with them, hunt coyotes. Maybe you don't have that opportunity, but you can have a weight pool dog or wall climb dog or something, because that part of that physicality is what makes the dog it is. That's what gives it the bone structure and the muscle and the hard tendons and the health and the thick skin and good teeth and all that. You take any of that away from the dog, you don't have a pit bull no more. Even if it might look like a pit bull, it can't do shit. It's just a couch potato now.
Yeah. No, I definitely, would like the dog to be old enough to at least assess some of its physical and mental capabilities before I breed it. But I could see, okay, let's say I did buy a pup for that. I could see it still not being deemed for breeding because maybe it's not the right just it just didn't come out right. He didn't have the right build, he didn't have the right attitude, So I mean, pretty much when you breed that, you're gonna get the same. I mean, not the same, you probably get something different. You might even get something better, but you might get that same shit, and you gotta realize.
No, you're right. Your first statement was right, pretty much. As a general statement, yeah, you're gonna get the same.
Right.
You're gonna get the same. If you have exceptions, that's all they are, is exceptions.
Right.
If it's a major fault, don't breed them. If you consider it a major fault, if it's something that ain't that bad, you can get away with it and all that. No big deal. It doesn't really affect the physicality or the structure or the athleticism. That's okay, because when you breed, you generally get the average of the breed, or the average of your particular bloodline, or the average of your family of dogs. For example, Big Red, everybody knows who he is. He was a 54-pound dog. I bred him different size bitches. One was a 50-pound bitch. For me, he never threw a dog over 45 pounds. Why? Because that's the average of his lineage, male and female. So other people bred him. They got some big dogs, but for the most part, he didn't throw a big dog, even though he was a big dog. And Red Boy was a big dog too. But again, the averages with my stuff was not big dogs. So to what you're speaking of, yeah, you get the same thing.
My hat's off to the breeders. That's a fact.
Yeah.
No, I like to
breeders,
sometimes I get out my Picasso kind of like, with breeding, just kind of just thinking and just researching and just putting stuff together. There's definitely different stuff that people use to be able to put stuff together. One of my partners talked to Carl Cruz before he passed, and asked him what the recipe. I'm gonna get him on here one day, but he'll be able to tell it. But he asked him what was the recipe to kind of make good dogs. It was a very unique breeding strategy. But one thing that he said is that his wife kept track of the 50-50s and the 75-25s and the quarter outs and the she kind of kept track of that. And one thing that stuck in my mind when I was listening to that was like, damn, okay, so I mean, no shot, but just even with technology, even with military, whatever, we stronger and smarter today, with shit, because like something that you let a whole nother person keep track of, it just kind of comes natural to me. Like before you can throw it up in the air before it hits the ground, I can tell you what percentage it is. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like weird shit. And I'll get into my bag, with breedings and shit, and just it's a different mode. Like when you're playing darts or pool, when you hit like 5-6 shots in a row, like you can't explain it, but you're dialed in, and you're the same pool player an hour before that, but during that night, during those 2 hours you were there was a 15-20 minute period where you were just like on fucking fire,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the mode I like to get in. And you ain't always in that, but you could look back and be like, yeah, I was in my fucking bag. Because you really, it's a lot of data that me personally, if you would use my style of breeding and you were standing next to me doing this shit, it takes a whole lot of data. You got to remember a whole lot of shit
Right.
You got to remember how them pups came out and what they looked like and who got them and what this and the bitch, you know, my daddy, this, that. Like, it's a whole lot of data that goes into it if you're doing multiple litters, you know, in and out, you know, on a consistent basis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like we talk about weed and shit. You know, you're not a weed man if you just got weed for 2 weeks out of a year.
Right.
You feel? Yeah, you probably sold some weed. You're not like the weed man. Like you don't sell weed. Like you had some weed and you had a lot of weed, but it was just 2 weeks. So if you just do a breeding or two, I wouldn't expect you to fall under, you know, any class that, you know, you wouldn't feel comfortable in. But, you know, when you're doing some breeding and shit, you know, intentionally, you know, there's a method to that madness.
Right.
And knowing what you want and don't want, you know, just like, you know, being picky, you know. I like to I used to call my yard like a small boutique, you know, versus a Walmart type of deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Walmart's cool. You know, they probably gonna make more money. You know,
Right.
but they you know, I just don't want to have. You know, I want to have a couple trinkets on that yard that, you know, I feel are different or special.
Mm-hmm. Selective breeding.
Well, what you mentioned about Carl Cruz and his wife and all that's, you know, on a smaller scale, that's what I did. Meaning I kept records of everything that I could think of.
Right.
Every litter, every dog. And because they did that, they knew the ins and outs of whatever their method was. That's how you can have the success like they did or someone else did. Because all that information means something. And you ain't gonna remember it. Believe me, you ain't gonna remember it. One of the reasons I got such a clear memory now is because I go back and refer back to my notes, and that keeps it fresh in my mind. So a lot of stuff is just in my head, and I can repeat it because I've done it over 40 years. But I do research, and I go back. Sometimes I write notes, and that's the importance of keeping all them records on your dogs. And again, all of them ain't gonna work out. So it seems like maybe you wasted time, but it's not. You can use that information for all kinds of stuff. It may be, and this is not true, but I'm just using this metaphorically. It could be, let's say, you keep track of your dogs. All the ones under 35 pounds didn't work out. All the ones over 35 pounds did. 35 pounds did. Now that's ridiculous, but that's what I'm saying. Certain records can help you with something like that. It could be something else. It could be a certain structure. The dogs have to be this way, and they have this type of athleticism. And this pup weighed this much when he was 6 weeks old and 6 months old and 8 months old, like that. When you do just weighing your dogs like that, after a while, you know what size your dogs are going to be when they're 8 weeks old. This one's going to be a 35 pounder. This one's going to be a 38. This one's going to be a 42, whatever it is. So maybe that information is insignificant, but the other stuff that you're taking, making records of can help you. It could be a certain something that causes a skin problem within your dogs, or small teeth, or big teeth. You can follow those patterns, and in the breeding, the 75-25 you were saying, and the 50-50s and all that, quarter this and that. If you do it long enough, you basically know what's going to work, and that's not impossible to do. You can tell by the breedings you make, the methods you use, where the dogs are placed in your pedigree, which ones you're going to have more success with. Could be half brother, half sister, could be quarter half, could be 75-25, whatever it is, 66-33. And that'll help you in the future making your decision on how you're going to breed your dogs. So I even used to write down how the roll went. and what he did and what bad things I didn't like or what signs they made or this or that. Just to have record of that particular dog. If I saw something negative later on and I could go back to my notes and say, he did that when he was younger. So now it's showing full force as as an adult. It'll help you. That's why people keep stats, all these games, all these whatever medical shit, whatever, they keep records of all that so they can use it as a reference, and maybe it'll help you find a problem.
That's right. Just like a roadmap.
Yep. It's a lot of work, but like I said, if you like doing it, do it. It don't hurt. It will help you.
That's right. Yeah, I see y'all talking about, I don't know, man. I'm not big on a dog that's got 6, 7, 8 different names or kennels in a pedigree. That I ain't looking for that.
Well, there you go. That's a standard.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, don't follow it. Believe me.
Ooh, yeah, that's
you're better off. You're better off.
Yeah.
There's a reason you feel that way too. It ain't just,
absolutely
whatever.
Yeah.
Some of them old dogs, like Boomerang or Zebo or Lear or whatever. There's a reason that they were able to do what they did in competition and were able to produce. There's certain patterns to their pedigree. That's where pedigree is important. The dog worked out. Well, why does it work?
Right.
Familiarize yourself with Boomerang's record, his history, his production, and his pedigree, and it'll tell you exactly why. And even the way he looks how he's bred. Yeah. Whether he's Pistol or Ironhead or Zeke or whatever, everybody, it don't matter. It's the same family of dogs.
That's right. The consistency means something. When I look at a dog, I want it to look like how it's supposed to be bred.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, them dogs.
I mean, even your little pup, Buck, he looks like that stuff, right? The one you've been showing.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if it's yours. There you go, that one. I mean, it don't surprise me the way he look. I don't look at him and go, yeah, he don't look like he's supposed to, or you know what I mean?
Nah,
the consistency is there.
Yeah, that's the formula right there. If you got it bred like that, and you stay close to that, it should look like that. It shouldn't change. Although we can pull the Mayday phenotype out. We got the red ones. They take after that lady doll and everything. So
did you get like buckskin ones out of that? Have you got buckskin dogs out of that?
Oh yeah.
Or are they all red? Okay. See, are they built that way?
People got 2 different buckskins. You got that real blonde color,
right?
And then you got that like Mayday. I think we need to have a conversation about that, because they're getting these buckskin. When you say buckskin, half the people I talk to are talking about the blonde dogs.
The raven looking one, like how raven color. Raiden.
Which one's that?
That's the one the other one you post up.
Raiden. Oh, like Raiden, exactly.
Yeah, that little motherfucker raw right there. That shit raw right there.
That son of a bitch right there. Yes, exactly him. And then Sexy Red would be red nose. And then Mayday's color, they call that buckskin also. Like they call this buckskin. You feel me?
Yeah, to me it's red.
Okay, so you're going with red black mask then.
Yeah, but I'm colorblind, so I see colors different. So maybe it is buckskin. With the Jeep dogs, we had, just like you said, we had a blonde buckskin, and then something we would call dirty buckskin, so darker. You see darker hair in there. kind of like not as dark as that black ring around their tail, like a lot of the Carver dogs have.
Right.
Lighter than that. It's buckskin, but it's not blonde. It's darker. So they
Right.
could come out either way. Some will have a black mask, some have a widow's peak, but it's basically all buckskin. Just the widow's peak is darker, and you could get that with the red. It's a red dog with the widow's peak, and the widow's peak is darker red.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, definitely.
Vernon,
And
you're
you
right.
know the Mayday stuff is a type of dog. There's a lot of them, not all of them, but there's a lot of them that look like him or built like him, regardless of what size they are. Some are smaller, some are that big too, some are medium, but they have that build. I refereed a bunch of them in Mexico. Not a bunch of them, but one guy brought 8 of them on the same show. I refereed 5 of them, but all 8 of them, they all looked the same, and they were down for Mayday stuff. And they were built like that, legs like that kind of head, the floppy ears, like that. You have some differences because there's other dogs in there, but you'll still have that consistency. You'll still get some that, even my stuff, 38 years been around. There's some dogs that come out that look like my stuff in the back. Some look different. They might take more heavily on the Eli side, depending on how they're bred. But you still get that look of those dogs from 38 years ago. The build, the even the traits, you know, the